The Horrible Gamers podcast may contain content not suitable for all ages. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Horrible Gamers Podcast, show number 490, being recorded on June the 30th, 2025. I am one of your hosts, Jesus Gonzalez, also known as Jesus Walks a Lot. Today I'm joined by my co-host from Little Big Ohio, the Mayo, Steve Willier is back. Welcome back, Steve. Welcome.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going.
Hopefully the internet's going to be a little better on my end today. I don't know what happened with this hobo internet here in Ohio last week, but it was a mess.
Hobo internet was around affecting everyone. It affected us. It affected you. And yeah, it was just really, really weird. I don't know what the hell was going on last week with this whole thing, but I don't think it was our internet. I'm thinking there was something wrong with Discord, but
yeah, I wonder the same.
So Discord was getting hacked or something. I don't know. Anyways, welcome back, people. We are here. Gunny is not here, though, because Gunny has Gunny things to do. He's doing whatever he does. What does he do on his, I don't know. What does he do? I don't know. He's driving a truck around. I don't know what he's doing. What does Gunny do on his time off?
I don't know.
Plan trips to
who
Fiji.
knows, yeah. I think he said something about some training tomorrow or something. I don't know. He's getting ready for that.
Yeah, so he can't be here today, but we are here, and we're here to talk about stuff. You can follow us at _Horrible Gamers on the X. Follow us on Facebook. We have a page. We have a group as well. It's a closed group. Anything you post in there stays in there. And you join our Discord. The best community on Discord is our community. The Horrible Gamers podcast is on Discord. You can find us. The Discord link is in our show notes. And if you can't find it on the show notes, you message us on Facebook, message us on Twitter, or message us on Xbox or PlayStation or wherever, and then we'll get back to you and we will give you the Discord link. You can also thank our music makers, Phantom Make for the intro music, and Fowler and Twistex. No, that's the wrong one. I mean, Broke for Free for Night Owl, the outro music to the show.
You'll get it.
Yeah, I'll get it eventually. I'll get this right. Anyways, we're here. Yeah, woo! We are almost in July. It is hot as hell outside.
Oh my gosh, it is so hot here in Ohio. It's been this way for like 2 weeks here. Damn. And it's been constant mid-90s and pop-up thunderstorms all day, every day.
Really? You guys get those too? Yeah, we get those every once in a while too, the thunderstorms or whatever.
Like you can't even play anything right now. It's like if you're gonna do something outside, it's either A, too hot, or B, like you're gonna sacrifice either the heat, is you're gonna get a pop-up thunderstorm. Like I planned on going to a couple car things and I was gonna try to go to those since I'm off work. And sure enough, it was like the days I want to go, they're like, oh, pop-up thunderstorms, or it's going to rain around that time of day and stuff. So every time, it never fails.
Yeah, today's like one of the first hot days here in Oregon. 95 today, something like that.
Yeah, we had a couple that were almost just under 100, I think. It was like, oh, yuck. That humidity is what makes it worse.
Yeah, over there you guys got the humidity. Over here is not so humid. Every once in a while it gets humid, but not so much. But it's a beautiful day outside. A lot of people called into work today. I was like, yeah, it's a long list. I wonder why.
Yeah.
The first really nice day of the summer, huh? But yeah, we are here. We're here to talk about video games we've been playing. Mayo, I played some games. But I'll be honest with you, man. I'll be straight up honest with you. The main game I played is Death Stranding 2.
Well, I figured it's that time, right?
Yeah, I did play some other stuff, like what else did I played some Helldivers here and there, and I played some I don't even know what else I played, to be honest. All I know is I really played a lot of Death Stranding. I probably have, I don't know, 20 something hours into it, probably 22 hours into it, 23 hours into it. So I'm in the game. Like I'm probably a quarter of the way through, if not halfway through. I don't know how many chapters there is, but I reached chapter 4. I'm in between chapter 4, and I think I'm almost done with that chapter, but I'm not 100% sure. So good, man. I don't know where to
Uh,
start. I don't know where to
I'm
start.
not sure. I just did a quick Google search, and the AI said it's has 17 episodes.
17 chapters. All right, so it's good.
It
That's good
says
for me.
17 episodes. Yeah.
That's good then, because I'm on chapter 4. If there's 17, then that means I still got quite a ways to go. Like I said, the map, I don't have the whole Cairo network connected yet. I have like maybe a quarter of the Australian map connected, so maybe almost halfway, but not all the way there. Um, I love the game, dude. There's something so peaceful about this game. I don't know what it is, Mel. It's like the first game. It's a true sequel to the first game, like
Yeah, I say, have
Billy
they
said in our
changed things up?
Discord.
From what I've seen, it didn't look like they changed up too much. You have a whole new
No.
environment and stuff, but you pretty much.
Yeah, so compared to the first environment, this environment is very deserty, very deserty. Compared to like the first environment, which I think the first game was set in the USA, like America, but it had more of like a Scandinavian vibe or something like that. Like it was very green and lush.
Mhm.
Like you were like in some green lush mountains and shit, like
Yeah, because I remember
very
the
green.
beginning of the first one. Because I didn't play real far into the first one. I
Yeah.
remember that I had that was real green, and you had the rivers and stuff, like, you were going across
Yeah.
the little things of water, and you had, like, the little mountains, and you were trying to
This
get
one
across the area.
This one has the rivers, but it's mostly desert areas. There is some foresty areas as well. Once you get a little bit, like once you get to chapter 4, you realize, oh, there is forest in this game. There's just kind of like a little bit sparse. Like they're not as lush as the other game was. But so yeah, true sequel, man. I love this game. I there's so much has happened since the beginning of the game that I don't want to spoil it for anyone who's gonna play it.
Mhm.
But there's so many twists and turns, and things are just happening left and right from the get go, man. Literally, the first hour you play, so much shit happens. Like a lot of stuff goes down, and you're like, "What in the world just happened? What the fuck did they just go there? Like, what the hell? What?" You get so confused. You're like, "What? Who is this guy? Who is this other guy? Who the
That
fuck
was
is
that
this other
way, like,
guy?"
for most of the first game that I played, the part I mean, I went
Yeah,
quite a ways into it, and then I stopped, and I was confused. I was just trying to go from point A to B,
yeah.
literally just trying to deliver packages. That's all I was doing because I was lost in the cutscenes.
Yeah, and this one's kind of the same way. Like they do a pretty good little intro video, and there's even one in the main menu that you can rewatch again. That kind of tells you like what has happened so far, like what's the story so far, and it does a pretty good job of telling you like, all right, you're Sam Bridges, that's your name. You used to work for the Bridges company, and they used to connect like deliver packages when the Death Stranding happened or whatever. And like they talk about the beaches and the fucking connections and the Cairo network and the BBs, the little babies that are stillborn babies that are put into pods, and like so what happens is the babies can detect the BTs, right? The beach things or whatever.
Mhm,
And so the babies are usually they're stillborn babies. They're usually taken out of the womb at 7 months old. So whenever the mom is at 7 months pregnant or whatever, they kind of comatose the mom. That's what they do. They kind of put her like in a coma state, and then take the baby out and they put him in a pod, and the pod is supposed to simulate like a womb or whatever. And these pods are connected to like a porter, so the porters can tell where beach things are, so they can be safe when they're out delivering stuff to other people. And the mom is kind of left. She's left in a comatose state. Like, she's still alive. Whoever, like, so whatever thing is in a pod, whatever baby is in a pod, their mom is still alive back at the UCA facility, but in a coma. And she's connected to the Cairo network. So when the baby is in the pod, and like, how like sometimes like when you fall over, it'll start crying, you gotta soothe it and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So like that'll make the baby stress out. So like the baby is thinking it's in this mom's womb. So when you stop like at a place to rest, like at a facility to rest, and you put the baby up, the baby is connected to the Cairo network at that point, and since the baby's connected to the Cairo network, it kind of reconnects with its mom when she's in a comatose state.
Okay.
And when that happens, it kind of brings the baby back to like a normal level. So it brings it to like a normal, like, oh, the baby is calm again, like it's at a good state to detect BTs. Because the lower the baby's level is, some more stress, or like the higher the level of the stress is of the baby, or the more pissed off it is at you for falling over or whatever, the less the baby can detect BTs, right? Like it affects their ability to like sense the BTs or whatever. So if the baby gets completely mad at you and it's all the way to the red level where it's mad, like it's fucking crying, and like it dies almost, like it shuts off, then it won't detect BTs for you at all. Like you won't be able to see them without the baby connected to you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's kind of how the BBs work. And that's kind of explained in the first game, but I didn't remember all that, and they kind of explained it again in this game. And I'm like, oh, that's how they work.
Oh, they do kind of explain. Do they give you, like, say, because I didn't beat the first game, right? And would they give you like a rundown at the beginning of the game, kind of like what happened? Would I know what's going on?
They'll tell you like who the president was, what happened to the president, who Emily is, who the president ended up being at the end of the game, what happened to that president, and yeah. So pretty much in this game, starts off with Sam and the baby have been gone for like 6 months to a year from the last game, and they kind of just disappeared. They kind of just left the UCA, and Sam kind of like left and escaped with the baby. And he's kind of been like hiding from the UCA, like off the grid, like off the Cairo network for like, I don't know, like a year. He's just been chilling by himself. And then I know where that Fragile chick, remember Fragile? She's like one of the porters from the previous
No,
game.
I don't remember that one.
Well, she's like a delivery person, but her name is Fragile, and she owns a company called Fragile Delivery fucking Systems or something. So she finds you somehow, and she's like, "Hey, I found you." And you're like, ah, fuck. What the fuck do you want? And she's like, look, man, I got a deal for you. All you got to do is reconnect to Mexico. And when you reconnect to Mexico, we'll like pretty much, you know how you're wanted by the UCA for stealing the baby. And you're like, yeah. And they're like, well, we'll let that go if you just connect Mexico to the Cairo network. So you start off and like you're like right at the border of Mexico and the U.S. And then you ended up crossing to Mexico, and you start connecting the Cairo network in Mexico to, to the Cairo network. So you start connecting all these like bases in Mexico. It's not that many of them. It's like maybe 4 of them, 4 or 5 of them at most. Maybe it's 4 of them. And you connect all of Mexico to the network. And then from there, there's a portal that somehow connects to Australia, and you go from Mexico to Australia. And that's how you go to Australia, through this portal thing or whatever. And apparently the portal popped up because they think that it popped up because the first time you connected the whole US, it kind of like fucked with the beach, with like the beach shit. Like it kind of fucked with it. The Cairo network did. And it kind of made it shift. And it like opened up this portal. And they're thinking, well, if you opened up that portal, what if we reconnect all of Australia and that opens up another portal? And then we can just keep opening up all these portals in different areas and kind of eventually reconnect the whole world to the Cairo network. Even though we're still going to be living with like the beach things and the BTs and all that shit, and like all that weird shit going on with
Mhm.
timefall and all that, we were still going to be able to deliver packages because we're all connected to this network, and people can order packages and whatever, like everyone will be more connected. The world will be more connected like it used to be. So that's kind of what you're trying to do. You kind of restore the world, but like it's not fully going to be restored ever because of the whole beach situation and shit. But yeah, man, this game is fun. I have fun delivering the packages. The weapon variations are pretty fun as well. So there's a lot of weapons in this game. They actually kind of like the last game I remember had multiple weapons as well. Like they did have like I think they had like machine guns and shit in the last one too. This one you start off with like you have an assault rifle, and like later on you get cooler weapons. You get like different types of pistols, different types of rifles, different types of machine guns, uh, different types of shit that can affect both humans and the BTs or whatever. So you get lots of that. But pretty much what I ended up doing is I got to a certain point in the story where I felt like, all right, I'm kind of comfortable upgrading or like connecting the network this far. I'm gonna start going backwards and delivering packages in between all these facilities that I've opened up. I'm gonna try to level up these facilities, right? Because you know how like they have like a star rating, like 1 to 5 stars,
Mhm.
and the more you deliver to a certain facility, the more likes they give you, which gives you more stars. Like it kind of like the more likes fills up the little star, and then the more stars you get, like the newer equipment they give you, right? Like they'll be like, hey, that shotgun I gave you earlier. Well, I found an updated version of it, and now you can have this new version of it, and you can use it now. So like that's kind of what I've been doing. Is kind of been going back to different facilities and kind of upgrading my stuff, like upgrading the connection to them and
Mhm.
trying to level up that. Problem is though, I kind of reached a point where I had done all the deliveries and I couldn't do any more because I'm like, the fuck. Every facility I went to was like, oh, we don't have any deliveries for you. We don't have any missions. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I kind of got mad about that. So I ended up starting doing like the main story again, and I met some more character, a new character. Um, but what's funny, what's funny about this game, I don't know. It kind of made me think: does Hideo Kojima, when he comes up with the character's name, like, does he just use like Google Translator, and then he like names the character that?
Why do you say that? Because
Okay, because there's a guy in this game. He's a little puppet, man. Okay, he's like about a 12-inch puppet, like this big, like
okay.
this big. He look like a little 12-inch looking puppet, right? That talks. He's alive. And guess what the puppet's name is?
Oh,
What would you name?
this is on the tip of my tongue because I have a feeling you mentioned it in our group chat, and I don't remember what it was. Is it oh, man, what were you gonna what you said it on there.
I know I did. Such a ridiculous name. Such a ridiculous. Like, okay, think about it. If you were like a Japanese developer person and you made a certain thing and you put it into Google Translate and said, how does this translate to English? And English and Google Translate literally translates the words for you. What would it translate? Like,
Oh, I think I remember what it was. Was it
what?
Dowman?
Yeah, it's like they're like, okay, this guy's a doll and he's a man. Let's put this into Google Translate. What does this translate into? It's like doll man, and that's his name, doll man. That,
That's
I'm like,
funny.
I'm like I looked at the kid. I'm like, they really named this guy Doll Man. Like the other more obvious name would have been Puppet Man or something like
Right.
that.
That might have been better
uh,
though, honestly. Like Dowman's kind of a weird like
Doll Man, yeah, Doll Man is who's he voiced by? Because the voice sounds unique. Doll Man, but yeah. Anyways, uh, this is named by a guy named Jonathan Rumi. So this guy, let's see here, Jonathan Rumi, and he's popular for a TV show called The Chosen. But yeah, he's a puppet. He's a puppet boy or whatever, and he's alive. And he kind of becomes like your little buddy that he kind of like rolls with you. Like he's like, hey man, I'll just go with you. Like let me go with you. And you're like, uh, are you sure? And he's like, yeah. He's like, I kind of want to roll with you. Can I go with you? And then you just kind of hook him up to your suit,
It
and he
gives me
kind of runs around with you.
it gives me vibes of God of War, the little head that's on your belt on Kratos for the Ragnarok and from the 2018 God of War.
Yeah,
I can't remember his name, but he's like always talking. It's that little head back there. He's like
yeah.
that's what
But
gives
he's
me
like,
vibes. That's what it reminds me of.
yeah. Now he does talk to you like randomly throughout, like when you're walking or whatever. He will mention stuff, or like he'll like just like when he's in your room. Like he just hangs out in your room when you go to, like different facilities. He's just like on a shelf. He's like Elf on a shelf. He's just chilling in a shelf, and you can talk to him, and he'll like talk to you about like, hey, maybe you should take a shower. Oh, I like your new glasses. Or hey, like, what did you think of this crazy thing? And you're like, oh, okay. Like, so he'll talk to you about random shit. But I'm looking at his wiki or whatever, and it says that he is a man who's stuck inside a puppet. And prior to becoming trapped inside the puppet, he used to be a spirit medium, but he lost his powers. So yeah,
Hmm.
you meet him on Fragile's like crew, because Fragile has like a crew of people, and I kind of want to spoil that for people, but she has like a crew of people like kind of working with her, and you meet him through her, and then he's like, "Hey, can I go with you?" And you're like, oh, "Okay, sure," and then you kind of hook him up to your suit, and he walks around with you or whatever. Um, he doesn't walk on his own. You kind of have him hanging off your suit or whatever, and then yeah, there's just these characters are so like on the nose of what they what they are. Like that's their name. Their name is not like a name. Their name is what they do. Like that's their name.
Right.
Like there's a character called the musician because he makes music. He is the
Maybe
musician.
maybe it's because the stories are so complicated. Yeah, just go with really simple names to help us. you know, like one less thing we need to remember.
Yeah, and there's like a character later on in the game called Rainy because she every time she can control the rain, like the timefall.
Hmm.
So she has this ability where she controls rain, and every time she's outside, if she takes off her hood or she does something like it starts to rain. If she's just outside, it'll start to rain. So like people are afraid of her because when it rains, it causes the time fall, which causes shit to like break down, and it also brings BT sometimes. So people are scared of her because of the rain or whatever. But she's also part of Fragile's crew, and Fragile kind of needs her because Fragile's like, I need you to be part of my crew because I think you can help me and what I'm trying to do. And that's kind of like a cool little video when they kind of show like her story, like because it kind of like she starts telling her story and it kind of goes into a flashback of showing her like running away from home and like everyone's chasing her and she's all scared and like nobody wants her because like she brings the time fall with her. So she's like nobody wanted me, and then I met Fragile, and Fragile met me, and fucking like she changed my mind or whatever. And like I'm like, what the? I'm like, damn, that's a pretty good cutscene. It was a long cutscene though. It was like 10, 15 minutes. I'm like, is this shit ever gonna end? Like, what am I
Yeah,
watching?
have you ran into that now? Like, are the cutscenes still all really
Yeah,
long?
yeah. I'm like, yeah, this cutscene, literally the cutscene for Rainy's story was like 15 minutes long, dude. It was like, okay, I kind of get the point here, like she causes the rain, but it's like no, the kid kept going and it kept going and it kept like, what the fuck? But there's a whole other twist with her story too, like there's a whole nother thing that you don't even know about, and I can't spoil it for people. That's kind of cool. And you kind of try to figure that out too. And but yeah, so she brings the rain, right, which causes the time fall, which causes like shit to break down. But she also has the ability to restore things.
Okay.
So she also, like, if she touches, like, say for example, this kind of happens in the game. A bird falls out of the sky because it's full of the black stuff because of the rain, right? It caused it to get full of the little black tar or whatever. She can go up to the bird and pick it up with her hands and kind of clean off the black tar and bring the bird back to life. So she can bring things back to like a new state with her hands. That's the ability she has. So I'm wondering if she could do that with like a person, like bring a person back to life if they died to the tar or whatever. Like if she can like put her hands on somebody and bring them. That's what I'm thinking is gonna happen eventually. I haven't been there. I don't know if it does happen. Sorry, I just spoiled it, but it hasn't happened to me yet. All I've seen her do is revive a bird, and that's kind of what happened. But yeah, so there's a lot of cool different characters, man. So like, yeah, and in Mexico, the characters are, yeah, they kind of have accents. Some of the characters kind of have accents. It's kind of funny.
Like you're
The way
so you're
that-
laughing. Is it an accent not like appropriate, or is it just kind of?
it's just like very obvious, like they watch the movie. Like, this is how Mexicans sound. This is how they speak English. This is the accent they have, and this is what we're gonna do in the game. Like, that's kind of like what they did.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like, oh, this is how Mexicans sound. Because everyone that I met in Australia, not one of them sounds Australian. Not, you know how Gunny does his little fucking Australian accent?
Are you saying he sounds better?
No one sounds like Gunny. No, put it that way. No one sounds like, everyone just speaks like normal English. No one. I haven't met one character that sounds like Gunny. Hey, oi mate, we're out here in Australia. No, like nobody sounds Australian in my head. No one sounds like the Crocodile Hunter. Okay, everyone just sounds normal, and yeah. So there's that. But, but yeah. I love this Stranding, dude. I just love it. I love this game. I need to go back to Mexico though, because like I said, I leveled up a lot of the facilities that are in Australia, but you can actually go back to Mexico through the portal and deliver stuff to Mexico. So like I'm thinking I need to go back through the portal at some point, go all the way back to the beginning, go through the portal and go back to Mexico and try to level up those facilities to see what they get me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because I think I got an assault rifle in one of them, and maybe a blood grenade in another one. So maybe I could level up the blood grenades to like be more effective. Because I was in an area, dude, that I was doing earlier this week or last week. I was in an area where I was trying to get to this guy called the Commander, and he's like a military dude that kind of is by himself now because everyone in his crew died or some shit, and he's the commander. He's like a prepper, and so he's like in this base up in like the mountains. And the problem is up there in the mountains where he's at, there's always timefall. Like it's always raining, always. So there's a lot of BTs up there, a lot of them. And they're not just regular BTs. They're like these BTs that can like, if you, like they can see you. They don't just, you know how regular BTs can just, they kind of walk up to you and they don't really see you, but they can like sense you.
Mm-hmm.
And you can like hold your breath and hide from them. Well, these motherfuckers, they have eyeballs. Like they have eyes, and they can like if they turn around and see you, then they'll come chasing you down and try to like pull you into the ground and then spawn a big ass thing that kind of pulls you and drags you in, and it's a big mess. And I died to those things like 4 times, like legitimately died. Like I was like, what the fuck? I'm struggling. So I ended up going back to a base. I crafted like I want to say I crafted like 20 packages of blood grenades. And I put them in a carrier thing, like a little floating carrier that I have. And I fucking dragged that thing up the mountain. Just me and my fucking floating carrier and my 20 guns. I went up there. Like, I'm gonna kill all these fucking BTs. And I fucking ended up killing it. It took me like I don't know, like probably like with the blood grenades actually wasn't too bad. Maybe like 10 minutes to kill all of them. But I had to like run around and like spot them and find them and fucking throw my blood grenades at them. And I was like, all right, at least the blood grenades could kill them with like 3 or 4 hits, which wasn't too bad. But I tried to use an assault rifle on one of them in the beginning. And fuck, dude, the assault rifles didn't do shit to those things. Like, yeah, they were taking damage, but like not enough damage to even slow them down. Like the motherfucker was running at me, and I'm like shooting it. And I'm like unloading my entire magazine at this thing, and it's coming from a pretty far distance. Like it was pretty far away from me, and I'm fucking shooting it, and nothing, dude. I'm like unloading, reloading, and I'm trying to back up as I'm doing it, and this fucking thing is running at me, and next thing it caught up to me, and it fucked me up. I'm like, Jesus, I'm like, the fuck happened? Like these guns don't do nothing. So like I said, I gotta get like a better assault rifle. I do have like a level 3 machine gun, and I have like a level 3 shotgun now. But that assault rifle, I like to use it because it's so easy to use, but it like does no damage to these fucking things. Like those big BTs, it doesn't do. The regular BTs, it does fuck up, but not the big ones. And it's kind of a bitch. But it does work against people still, so it's all good. And yeah, they still got the mules, the people that like to have bases, and they still people's packages, and you got to go into these bases and take those guys out every once in a while, and do all that. And it still has the same rule as before. If you kill anyone, it'll create a void out if you don't dump the body or whatever. You know what I mean? Like if you don't take the body and fucking.
Oh, it makes a big hole, right? Like it explodes into like a crater.
Yeah, it still has those same rules, but I haven't had any weapons that kill people. Every weapon that I had has said like, oh, this gun uses rubber bullets. Oh, this gun uses blood bullets.
Well, I suppose like in a world where if somebody died and that happened, I guess you'd probably want to do something like that. I could see how that could become the norm.
Like a normal thing, right? Like no one has real guns anymore.
You wouldn't want to be like creating massive like time bombs of dead people, you know?
Everywhere, yeah. Yeah, so
it's a big explosion if I remember right? It's a big like a big crater, right?
Yeah, it's huge. It's like a nuke going off pretty much is what it is. And it looks like a nuke goes off. When it goes off, and you hear the explosion, it sounds like a nuke went off because like the whole map shakes, the whole map goes like you can see it in the sky. It looks like a big explosion. So yeah, I remember because in the first game I did it. Once I finished the first game, I grabbed the save file and I did that in a save file. I killed like 3 people. I left them at the base and I ran away from it. And like I said, like, hey, these bodies are gonna blow up. And I just kept ignoring it, And finally, after like a day or 2, it fucking blew up, and that shit was huge. It like rocked the whole map, dude. I'm like, what the fuck? And then I went over there, and there was a huge crater in the ground, like huge crater, like everything was gone. The fucking everything was like gone. I'm like, what the fuck? But yeah, this game, I also feel like the connections you have with other people, because if you remember the first game, you have connections with other people where you see their signs, their bridges, their towers, whatever they built, right? The storage cabinets.
That was kind of like one of the main draws to it, right? Coming out.
This one has them right away from the beginning, kind of like as soon as you connect Mexico, you start seeing all this shit, like people's signs, people's messages, people's things, and it's kind of really cool because a lot of them, once you start liking people's stuff from the get-go, you kind of build a connection with that person, and you will like if you start liking that person's stuff a lot, you start seeing their stuff more, and the more you like their stuff, the more the connection grows between you and that person, and then they start seeing your stuff, and you start seeing their stuff more, and so like eventually you start seeing like all their shit. Like you see where they walked, you see the path they took, you can see which direction they went on the map, you can see their footsteps on the ground, you can see like everything. Like it's kind of cool to see that. Like all these like different paths people are taking, because you're like, oh, I would have never thought to go that way, or I would have never thought to go this way, or like, fuck, why did I go that way? That's the easy way. I went the completely hard way, like. So it's kind of cool seeing all these different paths on the map. For example, one of the funniest things was, one thing that happened to me recently was I unlocked the base, and there was another base that just unlocked that wasn't far away that I needed to get to for the next mission. And I'm like, fuck, I gotta get to this base. But there was a mountain in between me and the other base, because the other base was kind of like in a canyon. And I'm like, okay, like, do I have to go over the mountain? So I legit like grabbed like 50 ladders and climbing ropes, and I'm connecting these fucking huge long ladders, man. Like these fucking like double ladder things. And I'm trying to put them up on this mountain. I fell off the mountain like 4 times because the mountain was like a bitch, because they had like nowhere to put these ladders. So I'm like trying to put these ladders up. I finally figured out how to do it. I got the ladders up. I go to the other side of the canyon, right? And I put a rope and I climb down into that base. And what do I find out, Mayo? I could have literally walked 5 minutes to the right and walked around the mountain.
Right around it.
Walked around it literally took me it was like a 25-minute ordeal of me setting up these fucking ladders and crafting all these ladders and fucking doing all this elaborate ass shit, man. Like, I'm telling you, like, it took me like a long time, right? I'm falling off the mountain. The BB is fucking crying in the pod. They're all fucking freaking the fuck out. I'm like, what in the fuck? And then I finally get up there and I'm like, oh fuck, I could have just went around. I literally could have just walked around this whole fucking thing. What in the world? Oh man, I guess it doesn't. I guess that's what I get for not paying attention to the map.
Yeah, you got to really watch. I remember the first one was the same way. You really had to watch the map, and like you really.
Yep. You got to find out where you're going, and so yeah, this game adds. The more, kind of like the first game, the more you get into the game, the more you start progressing the story, the more crazier shit starts happening. Like, you meet different types of enemies. You start meeting different types of like beached creatures. You start meeting like different types of scenarios that come up that weren't in the first game. For example, one of the biggest ones in this one, I want to say one of the biggest changes, is that this game, you can actually capture animals now. There's actually animals on the map, and you can scan them, and like it'll be like a kangaroo or a fucking rabbit or a fucking fox or something, and you can shoot them, and you can go up to the animal and knocks them out right when you shoot them with the rubber bullets. Knocks them out, you run up to it, and you don't even need anything. You just automatically press triangle or whatever, and it'll put them in a box, and then you put the kangaroo on your back, and now you could carry it to the fucking, there's like a base called the animal shelter, and you can take it there, and then when you take it there, it releases it into the animal shelter, and that's how you kind of get likes for the animal shelter. You can also deliver stuff to the animal shelter, like antibiotics, animal food, whatever, like deliveries that they need. But another way to get likes from them is to deliver animals to them. And then later on, when they like kind of like heal the animal up or whatever, or kind of like get it like caged up or like roaming around the facility, you can go visit the animals, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, it's neat.
You go see them and shit. Like, oh, I rescued a little fucker. And then another thing they have in this game is forest fires. So like, I don't know what happens every so often. I don't know if like a volcano or like some kind of like event happens where like these fucking like lava rock looking things come down from the sky. And if you're in a forest, these fucking things start coming down and they'll light the whole forest on fire, man. Like a big ass fire, like huge forest fire. And you have like these it's called a tar gun. So like you put this gun down on the ground, kind of like a bipod, like you put it down on the ground, and then when you have it down on the ground, it has unlimited ammo because it's pulling oil from the ground, like it's pulling the tar stuff, and you're shooting the tar stuff to put out the fires. You know what I mean? So you're shooting this tar into the fire, and you're putting the fires out, and that's how you do that. You can also take the gun off the stand and walk around with the gun. But when you do that, then it could run out of ammo, and then you have to toss it and put a new one down or whatever. Um, so yeah, so they got like that kind of shit now. They got these forest fires. They got dust storms. There's these in Mexico. There was a lot of these dust storms that would come in and kind of obscure your vision really bad, like because you couldn't see anything. And I remember the first time I was caught in the dust storm, I legit, honestly, I lost my way, dude. I was going the complete opposite direction,
Oh
and
no.
I open up the map, and I'm like fucking 20 miles to the left. I'm like, I had to go the other way, completely the other way. I'm like, holy fuck! I should have been paying attention to the where I was walking because I just kept walking. I'm like, oh, I'll just keep going forward, and I thought I was going forward, man. No, I'm going to the left because the wind knocked me off balance, and I'm like, oh, just keep going forward. No, I was going to the left, and I ended up going the completely wrong direction, and it kind of screwed me over for a little bit. So I had to go back the other way. Um, but yeah, that kind of stuff will happen with the dust storms and the fires and all that type of shit. So there's a lot of cool like little side events that happen now in the game that are on top of the BT stuff that you kind of have to deal with. And of course, they still have the typical build the bridges. You can rebuild roads, which I think I've rebuilt like 3 or 4 roads. So I'm trying to like kind of do all the roads because it makes it really way easier to drive, on the roads
Hmm.
than to be driving on the side of a fucking mountain somewhere. It's much easier to drive on a road. So I've been kind of doing that stuff. Um, but yeah, I love the game. I honestly love the first game, and I really am enjoying this one thoroughly. You kind of have to get a little bit into the game because I did order the deluxe edition, so they kind of got me the level 3 skeleton, the gold one, and it kind of got me like a level 3 whatever shotgun or assault rifle or whatever the fuck I got. And to kind of get all that stuff, you have to level up your bases, right? So when
Hmm.
you unlock the skeleton, you'll have a level 1 skeleton thing that you can wear, like a little like a little robot suit you can wear on your legs. But then if you upgrade that base, it'll be like, oh, now level 2 is unlocked, and now level 3 is unlocked. You can carry more stuff or whatever. Um, and like, I don't know if the first game had this, mail. I don't remember it if it did or not. But this game, every time you complete a delivery, it'll say like, hey, we have your porter grade updated. So like it pull ups this like it's like a star thing. It pulls it up and it has like different points, and it'll level up
Hmm.
different. Like it'll be like, uh, your your servicemanship goes up a point. Your your stamina went up a point. Your strength went up a point. Your battle like your was a combat ability went up 2 points because you killed a BT or whatever. And then it'll be like your other shit, some other thing went up a point because of whatever. And then it'll be like your porter grade is now this, and then it'll like update your stats. So it's kind of like Skyrim or other games where if you carry like if you overcumber yourself, right, and you're too overweight and you're like I have too much stuff to carry, but you keep walking around with all that extra stuff and you run out of stamina a lot. Eventually, the next time you deliver stuff, it'll be like, hey, your stamina or your strength went up quite a bit because you were walking around kind of overloaded for a while. It kind of increased your strength. You know what I mean?
I remember it having something like that in the first game, but I don't remember what kind of detail it was. I don't remember if it was
Yeah.
all of that. I was thinking there was a grading system or something like that, or a
I
rating
think there
system.
was too. Yeah. Like I said, this one, like I said, it has a rating system. So like you get points and then your level goes up in the game. And then you're like, it'll be like, you're now a level 2 delivery guy. You're a level 3 delivery guy. And like it'll have levels and it'll also have it'll have levels plus like a score next to the level. Like it'll have like level 3 with like 150,000 points or something like that. And then it'll be like you are a master deliverer, or you are an express carrier, or you are a master super delivery guy or something like that. It has different titles to it or whatever. I don't know what the titles mean or or like what it stands for. I guess it's just a level. Um but I've seen people that are like way ahead of my level, dude. I'll run up to like a road and I'll go to repair it. And I'll be like, this road was built by so and so, level 300 and something. I'm like, God damn, what the fuck? I'm like, how the hell are they? I thought I played this game a lot. These motherfuckers are like not sleeping, dude. I don't know what
Right?
they're doing. Like they're honest to God not sleeping or something. Because I'm
It's like a
running
pair
into
of
shit.
brothers playing the game. Like, here, you take over. I'm going to bed.
Yeah. It was like they're tagging out every 5 minutes,
Yeah.
every 8 hours. All right, bro, this is my turn to sleep. You're tagged in. Go, go, go. You know, like, but yeah,
He,
like
he becomes a drink guy. You're like, I'll bring you drinks.
like that kind of I don't know, but like yeah, because even like in the first day, like in the first, I played like at 7 a.m. on launch day on Tuesday. I was gonna play at midnight, but I was like, I'll just wait till the morning. I'm gonna go to sleep, and I woke up at 7 a.m. By the time I woke up and started playing the game, I was running into shit of people that were like level 30. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, how are these guys so high of a level? Like they're building stuff in the first base in Mexico. How are they so high a level? Like,
Maybe they
what
got
the
like an
hell is going on?
early copy, like a review copy or something like that.
Yeah,
Maybe
it could have been that. Yeah, I don't have an idea, but some people were
'cause
really high
I'm
level.
sure there's probably some people that got it before.
Oh
Even
yeah, the
the
pre-release or
deluxe
yeah,
edition or whatever. Yeah,
yeah,
like they got a review copy and they got it like a week before or something like that.
yeah. It had to have been that because like I said, running this shit with people that have like level 150. I'm like, what the fuck? But I love the game, dude. And I honestly like, I'm kind of like, I'm a little torn between the like. I love it so much that I'm thinking I kind of want to replay this game when I finish it. So do I want to do everything now and try to experience as much as I can now, or
Hmm.
do I wait for a second playthrough and then try to do everything on the second playthrough?
I would
That's
try
the
to do it now because I feel like on the second playthrough you're gonna be like you're gonna
I'm
lose
done.
interest and you're gonna kind of
Yeah,
die out. You're like a little ways
yeah.
into it, you're gonna be like, all right, I know what happens. I'm gonna come back later.
I think you're
You
right.
know, you might find some things on the second playthrough, but I think it'd be funner if you did it in your
Yeah,
first one.
yeah. And like, there's other cool characters in the game. There's a captain of this ship that you're on, and his name is Tarman. Okay, because
Okay,
because Tarman he can he's the captain of the ship because he can navigate the tar. So they call him Tarman, and then that's his name. Okay, Mayo. Don't
okay,
don't question him, Mayo. His name is Tarman, okay? Just like Die Hard Man, okay, from the previous game. Remember that guy?
I
Die
do remember
Hard.
that one. Yep.
Wasn't that Guillermo del Toro? Fucking, he was Die Hard Man. Yeah, he was. It was Guillermo del Toro. Fucking Die Hard Man. But yeah, there's Die Hard Man. Die Hard Man does make an appearance in this game. He is in this game. You'll see him pretty early in the game. There's Tarman, Dollman, Rainy, Fragile, and I don't know who else is in the crew. That's who I've seen in the crew so far. Um, and yeah, there's the bad guy comes back, Mayo.
Okay.
Ooh, spoilers.
Dum dum dum.
Dun,
I can't
dun,
remember who the
dun.
bad guy was in the first one. Like,
He's his name is Higgs. I don't know if you remember him. He's like
was he the
a
one that in the trailers and he had like the hood on and all that kind of stuff?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's yeah, so he kind of like shows up kind of like not in the beginning of the game, but kind of like a little ways into it kind of. He kind of like shows up and he's like, "Hey, motherfucker, I'm back." And you're like, "I thought I fucking killed you." And he's like, "No, you can't kill me." He's like, "Well, you did kill me, but I'm back because of the beach." Cuz if you didn't know, Mail, right? When people go to the beach, Mail,
Uh-huh.
they're dying. You die if you go into the beach, you're dead. But the beach can bring people back, right?
Okay.
Like It's confusing, right? I know it is.
Right.
I know it's very
Was
confusing.
that okay?
So everyone that's
I only
dead.
remember a little bit of the first game, but didn't like the president like they were sending you to the beach, right? Was that why they
Yeah.
wanted you to go to the beach for her?
Yeah. So the president, she was the president in the first game, Amelie or whatever, she was connected to the beach somehow. She had like a connection to the beach. And she wanted to connect all of America to the fucking what's it called? The Cairo network because of some bullshit. I don't know, something about people and connections or something, strands. I don't fucking know. Then you got to the end and you realized that she was already dead somehow, and like she was connected to the beach the whole time, which is how you can see her and talk to her because of the BB pod bullshit. And then like it turns out that she had an affair with this guy, the bad guy, and then like she wasn't really a bad person, but she kind of was, but she kind of wasn't. And like this bad guy at the end of the game, I think Fragile could have killed him, like really could have like killed him, but she just kind of left him there on the beach, like kind of like on the beach or whatever. She left him. So he kind of comes back in this game, but like he is dead, but he's not like dead. You understand what I'm saying? Like he's dead, but he's kind of like a ghost. He's kind of like a BT, but like
Right. Okay.
you can see him like a normal person. Like he doesn't look like a BT. He looks like himself. And he's like, I'm back because I'm trying to make the world be chaotic. That's like his whole goal. Is like he's like, I don't want to kill you. He's like, I don't want to kill you, Sam. I just want to ruin your life. Because if you didn't know, Mayo, if you don't remember, Sam can't really die, right? Sam has
Okay.
like this.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Remember, Sam has like this thing where like if he dies, he can come back to life to the beach somehow. Like somehow he come get restored and like come back. So he like doesn't really die. And that dude knows that. Like Higgs knows that. He's like, I know you can't die. He's like, I know if I kill you 50 fucking times, you're always gonna come back. He's like, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ruin your life. I'm just gonna like destroy everything that you love and everything you care about and everything you ever cared about. I'm gonna fucking wreck it and ruin your life, and I'm gonna make this planet run like on chaos. Like I'm gonna
And I
make
guess that's
everyone.
how you would handle it if somebody couldn't die. I guess you'd if
Yeah,
you
I
were
guess you
that
could.
dead
Yeah,
set.
yeah. If you really want to ruin their life, yeah, I guess that's what you would do, right? If you can't kill them, you might as well just fucking like ruin their whole life forever. Like, you're dead, so you can always come back. So I don't know how I'm gonna deal with him at the end of the game, because if he's already dead or whatever, he's like a beach thing. I don't know how I'm gonna deal with it. I don't know how that works. But yeah, so that kind of is the story so far. Dude shows up. He's like, "Yo, bro, I'm back," and you're like, "What the fuck?" And he's like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." He's like, "I don't really want to fucking, I don't know." He's like, "I'm just here to fuck your world up." I think that's kind of how he says it too, like very like nonchalant. He's like I don't give a fuck. I'm just here to wreck your shit, bro. Like I don't really like you, Sam. You're a dick. You fucked my shit up. You fucked my plans up in the past. So now I'm here to fuck your world up. Yeah, it's kind of who he is. He's a cool bad guy though. I like him. Like he he's a cool bad guy. He's like a very funny, like kind of like a very like chill bad guy. And it kind of reminds you of like the Joker or something. Kind of like just kind of like whatever. He's a good bad guy. He's a good bad guy, man.
Nice.
Yeah. But yeah, the gameplay fun, story great.
Yeah, I didn't pick it up. Like I said, I was gonna let you guys play it and see what you guys thought about it before I did.
I think you
Or
should
maybe I'll
play
pick.
it,
I
man.
wanted it because it was a PlayStation exclusive. Like it's a reason to have it. Oh, I know what I was gonna ask you. Speaking of all this, have you played it on the Portal?
Yes,
How does it play on there?
it plays great, wonderful. I gotta say the Portal streaming wise from your PS5 to your Portal it takes a second for it to connect sometimes, because if you turn on your portal, it kind of like launches your PS5, and it takes a second for it to boot up and kind of like connect to it. But once it's on and connected, there is like no latency, dude. Like you are not gonna notice it. Now I don't know. I haven't played like Call of Duty or Apex or any kind of like fast-paced shooter on there. I don't plan to, but I would say it's perfectly playable for like most games. Like this game, you're literally you feel like you're just playing it on a handheld. You kind of forget that you have a PS5 running somewhere
At home.
that's streaming this game to you. Yeah, you're like, you're like, fuck, I forgot this is like not even like running on this machine. It's running on a PS5 somewhere, and I'm streaming it to me. It's kind of cool, and so like I'm kind of shocked at how good the Portal is in performance, as well as how good it is in just comfortability, like how comfortable the Portal is compared to like the Steam Deck. The Portal is like 80% more comfortable. Like it's so much more comfortable than the Steam Deck. It's kind of, and I think it's because of the way the grips are, right? Because it's just like a PS5 controller, babe. You see here, so it's like you're just holding a PS5 controller with the screen
It's like
right
you got
here.
the
You know?
corner of each one, right? Like,
Yeah. So it's
and it's
like
just wider.
it's just like a screen in the middle. The position on the screen is a good spot too, um, and it does have the haptics on the controllers as well. So like it does have like the haptic feedback on the triggers. It vibrates, it rumbles, it does all that shit. Like it's really good. Um, so yeah, I'm kind of impressed by the way the Portal runs. The one downside of the Portal is only 1080p, which I don't mind that, right? What I do mind though is that it's not an OLED screen and it's not an HDR screen. If the Portal was an HDR device with an OLED screen, oh my god, it would be amazing. It would be like I want to play on the Portal all the time. I wouldn't even turn on a TV or a monitor to play my PS5. I would just play on the Portal 99% of the time. Like literally, that's how comfortable the device is. The speakers are pretty loud too on it. Like you'd be surprised how loud the speakers are on that device. Now they're kind of, I would say they're on par with the way the Steam Deck speakers are, because the Steam Deck does have really good speakers as well. But the Steam Deck screen is just nicer looking because of the OLED. It's just that the darker colors come in the colors just come in better on the Steam Deck, and it's because of the OLED screen. Like, you know what I mean? So that's the only downside, is that the colors can seem a little off on the Portal, and especially if you stick a game, say you stick a game on the Portal and you stick a game on the Steam Deck, and you put them side by side, especially if you have the Steam Deck OLED, you're gonna notice that the color difference. You're gonna be like, oh well, that one looks a little bit better. Yeah, it's just based on the colors. You know, more vibrant colors, brighter colors, and darker darks. So it makes a really big difference. But Death Stranding runs great on my PS5 Pro, man. No hiccups at all. Like literally none. I haven't had any frame rate issues. No issues with frame rates or performance whatsoever. I played it on a 4K TV at 60 on quality mode. I played it on performance mode. Both modes look incredible on the PS5 Pro. I will say quality looks maybe like 2% better than the performance mode. I've also played it at 1440p on my monitor, and the game looks stunning, dude. At 1440p, it runs at 60 frames, and you can boost it up to like the performance mode, which even runs it even better. It looks like it's an incredible game, man. The graphics are fucking insane. I was thinking the whole time, every time I play something, like, this is running on that engine that they used for Killzone, right? The Decima engine. And
Oh,
I'm
really?
like, yeah, that's the engine that they're using. It's called Decima or whatever, and that's what they used for Killzone Shadowfall when they released on PS4 launch. And that's the engine they've been using. They used it for the last Death Stranding and for this one. And I'm thinking to myself, this engine is underutilized. They need to come up with a new Killzone, use this engine, and use these types of graphics that they're using for Death Stranding, and they would make a fucking Call of Duty killer, bro. That game would legit, if they could get the shooting down right and the movement and the gameplay tight and solid, they could make a really good shooter with this game, like with that engine. I feel like they can. And I don't know why Sony hasn't done it. I don't know. Maybe they're afraid. I don't know. But I would give this engine to the Bungie team over with Destiny. And be like, yo, use this engine for Destiny. Use this engine to make a new shooter. You know what I mean? What's that game they're making, Marathon or whatever? I would have been like, use the Decima engine, man. Like make use of this fucking engine, because obviously the engine can run really good graphics with really big open worlds, really detailed worlds. Like it's a good fucking engine, I feel like, and I think that's underutilized. I don't know what's going on with Sony, or maybe Hideo Kojima is just a fucking wizard and knows how to use it perfectly. I don't know, bro. But like the graphics in this game are fucking phenomenal. Like it's probably one of the best looking games that I've seen this generation of consoles. I can't think of another game that's come out in the last 5 years that was a PS5 or an Xbox exclusive or a Nintendo exclusive that looks this good and runs this good. I can't think of one. And I'm running through my head. I'm trying to think, like, what's a good game that's come out in the last 5 years that like looks really good that's on consoles, and that looks this good. I don't know, man. It's hard to think, because yes, there's games that look good, but not this fucking good. Like this game is incredible looking, dude. And like the dust when you're in a sandstorm, Mayo, the dust stays on the character, right? And as you're walking away past the sandstorm and you're walking into the sun or whatever, you can see the dust flying off of his coat. You can see the dust flying off of the backpack. Like it's kind of wild. Like the details that they have in the game are kind of insane, and it's impressive. Like I gotta give it up to Hideo Kojima, man. Like he does know what the fuck he's doing when it comes to these games. He might be a little crazy in the story and whatever, but that's kind of like a charm of his. Like because the gameplay and everything else is so good, you kind of don't give a fuck how crazy the story is or how stupid the characters are named, like Dawman. All right, or Tarman, Dawman, Tarman, Die Hard Man.
He likes that word, man.
Yeah, like you don't give a fuck the names that he gives people because it's just funny and it's cool and it works. And yeah, I'm having a blast with it, and I hope a lot of people pick it up. I think that the sales are really strong in the game. Like I think it's outsold some games in certain countries. I have some news articles about that later, but yeah, man, I'm I'm having fun.
Nice.
Yeah, I kind of every day I kind of want to play a little bit more and like just do a little bit, just like I'm gonna do a little bit more here. I'm gonna do a little bit more here. I want to build this up. I'm gonna build that up. I want to go here. I want to do that. Like you kind of like every day you kind of just want to do a little bit more and a little bit more. That's kind of like the way I've been playing it. Um, but yeah, and I
You
know a lot of people. I know like Billy picked it up, and I've seen other people on my PlayStation friends have picked it up, and I'm glad they have because it's a good game. And I think even Gunny picked it up.
Yeah, he
I,
did. I think he said he got about 6 hours in, maybe?
yeah, so I would say Gunny, don't lose faith and don't lose hope. I know that like it might seem repetitive at first, but just kind of I would say stick with it and you'll see the charm of it. I mean by 6 hours you should know if you like it or not. I think you've got the gist of the game. Like you're delivering stuff, there's BTs, there's bad guys, there's shit going on. You connect the network. That's all you're doing. But
I mean, Gunny should be used to delivering stuff. It's like work to him. He should be.
yeah,
It should come second nature. He should be badass at this game.
one of the first things I did in the game though, Mayo, was there was a fucking mule camp, right? And I found it, and I was trying to take all the guys out. And the reason I took everyone out was because I didn't want to steal the stuff in the camp. Really, I just wanted to steal their car. I saw that they had a truck. I'm like, they have a
Well, yeah.
delivery. They have a big truck. I'm like, I'm taking that motherfucker. So I fucking killed it, kind of knocked everybody out, kind of stole all their shit, threw it on the back of this truck, and drove off with it. I drove that truck for the first 3 hours of the game, dude. That truck was like my best friend. I drove that motherfucker everywhere. Everywhere. And then finally got to a point in the game where I got stuck in a river and I took a screenshot of it because I was like, I'm going to drive through this big ass river. The problem is when you're driving through big ass rivers is the battery drains faster. And if you have a low battery, it's not recommended to drive through the river. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And same if you're walking. If you're walking and you have that little mech suit on, and if you walk into a river, it starts draining your battery faster. But if you walk into a deep river, you will fall into the river and you will fall over, and all your shit goes into the water, Mayo. All your packages fall off. You're floating down the river with no control. You kind of have to use the triggers to pull yourself to the shore, and like it's fucked. You lose everything. I've done that too, and so yeah. Problem was it was nighttime, Mayo. It was starting. It said like it will get dark soon. It started like give me like a little notification. I'm like okay. I'm like, fuck it, I can make it to this base. Let's cross this river. And I went across the river, and it said, your truck is dead. It has no battery left. I'm like, the fuck? And now I'm dead in the middle of the fucking river, Mayo. I have too much cargo on the truck. I can't carry it all on my back. And I'm like, okay, maybe I'll get off. Okay, I was like, okay, maybe I'll get off and just grab the cargo that I need and try to get across the river. Well, what happened, man, was I was in the deep part of the river. I jump out of my truck and I start walking around the truck, and it says like, this water is too deep. And boom, next thing you know, my character's floating down the river. My packages are all on the ground. I'm floating down the river. I'm like, oh fuck, dude. I get down and then I'm downstream, right, from this truck that's way up there now. All my packages are scattered everywhere. And I'm in a BT area with no guns because all my packages fall off of me. I think I have like one gun on me, a pistol or something. And I'm like, oh, fucking great. I lost all my shit. I have no weapons, nothing to defend myself right now. And there's fucking BTs in this area. And the river is fucking coming at me. I was like, oh, this is bullshit. I had to reload a save on that one. I legit had to because I lost everything.
I can see that.
All my packages were gone. They were like floating down the river somewhere, man. I don't even know where the river went. I'm like, I don't even know where that goes. I'm like, I guess I lost my packages. I don't know how to get to them. I can't get back into the truck because the truck is in too deep of water. I lost my packages, and it said like, your package was destroyed. Your package was destroyed. Delivery failed. Delivery failed. Delivery failed. I'm like, oh fuck! I'm failing all these deliveries because my packages were destroyed. My guns are scattered everywhere. I'm like, oh, this is shit, dude. I'm like, I have to reload a save. And when I did, I'd make sure when I got to that river that I crossed it in a shallow ass spot, so I didn't get stuck in the middle of it. And then I made it to the other base. But yeah, it was a learning lesson.
Experience.
Yeah, learning experience. Yeah, that's what it was. Learning experience. Yeah. Lesson learned for Jesus.
Yes.
Don't be stupid. But you can like once you like later on in the game, you can upgrade your car to have more extra batteries. You can even have like this there's like these abilities now, Mail. Like the game has these things called it's called an APAC, like because APAC is the company you work for now. It's called like automated processing something communications or center. I don't know what it's called. It's called APAC or APAS or something like that. But they have these perks you unlock every time you deliver stuff. You kind of like level up and you unlock these perks, and you use these points that you get that are specific to the perk tree that'll like say like, okay, with this perk, your scanner can scan longer ranges, or with this perk, uh, you can I think what it's say like your stamina drains less every time you're in water. Your stamina will drain slower, or with this perk, your batteries will drain slower, or with this one, you can like detect BTs easier or whatever. So you have different perks for different things. Like a huge tree, it goes everywhere. Like this, it's like a big ass tree. Um, but one of the abilities that's in there, it says you can charge your vehicles. If your vehicle ran out of battery, you can charge it using the battery that you have on your body for like your suit. You
Mm-hmm.
can charge your car a little bit with it, like as an emergency option. Like, you know what I mean? So like if you're out of juice, you kind of plug up to the car and kind of give it a little bit of your battery to be able to charge it up to kind of get moving again or whatever. I was like, maybe I should unlock that because now I have like a little attachment you could put on my backpack. That's like what's it called? It's like a solar generator looking thing, and it's like a solar panel or whatever, little baby one. And I put it on my backpack, and during the daytime, if I'm walking around the sun, it'll kind of like charge up my suit a little bit, like little by little, like very, very, very slowly. But I'm like, that might help, you know.
Mm-hmm.
There's always different attachments you can put on your backpack. There's attachments for like more ammo, more grenades. There's one that like is like an anti-gravity thing that like can help you like boost up like how much stuff you can carry on your back. You kind of like helps lift up your backpack. It's like a floating thing, but for your backpack. The more you just like the more of those you stick on your backpack, the more stuff you can carry or whatever. Um, so there's all that kind of shit. But yeah, man, I'm excited. I love so many things about this game, man. Yeah.
Nice.
And one thing I will say, besides the game itself and besides the performance, I guess it's part of the performance. Um, the controller seems to last forever playing this game. I like legit. I mean, I guess my controllers are pretty new, right? I got the Astrobot one and the Death Stranding one,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess they're both pretty new or whatever. But even using those controllers, I don't have to charge them as much while playing the game. Some games, like it feels like they die really quickly, and this game, they seem to last forever. Like, like I'll be playing for like an hour, and I'll check my battery level, and it's still at 100. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what? Like, it hasn't gone down at all. And it's kind of weird that like it's able to do that. I don't know what kind of magic Hideo pulled off because like the game does have haptic feedback. It does have like the rumbling, the shit you feel, you know, like the raindrops, the triggers, all that shit. It has all of it. But
Interesting. Yeah.
the batteries last forever.
I
Yeah.
know I run into that on Astrobot. That just drains that battery, that controller, when I play it.
Yeah. So so yeah, there's
Anything else?
no. No, I'm looking at like the story of Sam. I didn't know all this shit about Sam. Sam has the dooms, I guess. He's a dooms sufferer. What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't remember. Like I said, I don't remember all of it that well.
Yeah.
Anything else? So you say that is pretty much what you've been playing most of your week. Is there anything else at all?
No, nothing
No.
else.
Okay.
I shit, it's all of Death Stranding, bro. I don't even think about other games right now. I have no reason to. No, it's all Death Stranding. All Death Stranding. And, I like the PS5. It's a console gaming. Sometimes I forget how easy it is and how comfortable it is to console game. And then I start doing it, and I'm like, why don't I do this more often? It's so easy to just
Yeah.
turn this fucking thing on, launch whatever I want to launch, and just play. Not have to worry about launching Steam, fucking launching Discord, fucking updating my shit. Like, no, this shit's just everything's always
Um,
updated in the background.
yeah. I mean, my PC is usually updated on its own.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I don't know. It just seems easier.
No, I
I
get it.
don't know. Something about just pressing a button and getting going. Like, you don't have to worry
So
about shit.
I have my PlayStation set to turn my TV on and off, and I don't know how many times I just turn it off and I don't change my input settings. So when I just turn my TV back on, it just automatically turns my PlayStation on, and I got to sit there and like turn it off and go
Oh.
through that whole process. You know, it's funny. I'm like, I really should change that, but I never do.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
What have you been playing, Mayo?
Um, with my shoulder surgery, I haven't been able to play a ton. But
Yeah.
what I can say I did get to do, I ended up pushing through, and I finally beat the campaign of Astrobot. And so finally beat the main bad guy. I found all the parts, and the game's pretty fun. Like they threw like this little bonus thing at the end, right? So you have I have more robots to find. More bots to find. They're hidden throughout the worlds. The last two worlds I wasn't in depth, right? Because when I first started, I would go every world and I'd play the level one time and just find all that I could. Take my time and find every bot that I could, every secret that I could. And then if I couldn't find a bot, like if you play the level over, you can spend like 50 coins on this little bird that flies with you, and it gives you like a homing beacon type noise when you start getting closer where that bot's hidden at or the
Okay.
puzzle piece is at. So it kind of helps you. It doesn't tell you where it's at. It just tells you that it's in the area. Then you kind of know to start looking, so you're not looking through the whole entire level for that bot. And I would go back and play basically each level twice, and you go and find all the bots, find all the hidden stuff. And then there's these like on each planet, I guess you would call it. Like, it's like a solar system where there's like a whole bunch of planets and they're all little miniature levels in that area. Well, there's usually like some hidden levels in each area as well. And you can play those. And I would go through and play all those. And those are just additional challenges that they would do, like the triangle, X, square, circle kind of icons, and then you would go to those missions, and they were just a short mission where it had was one bot in it, and you would go. Your goal would be just to save that one bot, but the levels were just always more difficult, a lot more timing in the jumping and stuff like that, and so they were just a little bit more tricky. But I would go through and I continue just to beat all those and work my way through. I got down to like the last two worlds, and I was kind of like, I just kind of want to get the game finished. At least that way, I say have the game finished, and then I'll go back in and play it with, and go back and get the last couple bots. So I finally get to the last world, did the last couple levels, and it's pretty fun. You go through, do these things, and the very last level, and of course, I don't know why Sony pushes this game so much because I'm not that much of a fan. Is they make a whole level about Horizon Forbidden West. You know, so you play as a bot version of Aloy, and of course you have like a little bow, and you got like the dinosaurs walking around the level, and you go through and you play that level, and that's pretty much almost the end of the game. Then you do a fight there, then you come to the main boss, because the last piece that you find is the outside shell of the PlayStation, the white panels, And so you find those and you put those on, and you got to fight the last boss. But when you beat him, it gives you the credits, and the credits are kind of like a level. Jesus, as you're walking through, you
Mhm.
can just kind of run through it, and you got to platform your way across. But there's this whole scene where they give you. I can't remember if it was in the credits or right at the very end of the game. It's like your controller. Like the controller is like a little jet on some levels. Like when you're flying into that area, it's like a little jet, and you can kind of control it, and it lands, and you start to end the level. It's like a whole level. You're just flying that jet, shooting things, and there's like asteroids coming at you, and the PlayStation has like all the old and original like PS2, PS1, the memory cards, all those pieces come out of it, and they're little ships flying with you, and so you're like a whole squadron, and you're flying through, and they're like these enemies will attack you or something like that, and then like the PS2 will attach to your controller, and it'll make like a super gun on your controller, and when you're firing, you can destroy bigger stuff. You're shooting asteroids and dodging things and stuff. It was a fun little thing that they just kind of threw in the game. And maybe miss those kind of games, like those little, uh, almost like Star Fox kind of thing. It's like a 3D flying game, and the haptics were really good in it ring too. So it was pretty fun. It was kind of neat way of doing that. And then at the end, like I said, they did the credits. You're just kind of running through it, and you can shoot the names, and it gives you coins as you're running through. How it shows the producers and all that stuff, and all the cast and all that. Like you can shoot their names as you're running through, and it'll give you coins for the game. If you go back into the game, you can um, unlock more stuff because there's a vending machine that would cost you, I think it's 50 or 100 coins, and you pull the arm on it, and it'll give you a little ball, and you crush it, and it'll have like either a glider paint job or a costume for your bot or something like that. So you can unlock. There's tons of stuff you can unlock too. I think there's like 200 of them. It's either 150 or 200. And I have a
Yeah.
long ways to go in those because I wasn't like saving my money to buy those. Like I would just occasionally I would go through and buy a bunch, and then I'd stop and then go back to it. But I did finally get that game finished, and it's really good. I really enjoyed it. It's probably my most current favorite 3D platformer. Like if we compare like to the Mario games, I never played Mario Sunshine or any of those, but um, in comparison, I really like it. But yeah, definitely probably the best 3D platform I played for a while, and it's so easy too, right? Because you can't die or nothing in the game. Like you die, you just respawn, and you don't respawn really far back or anything. You're just like right there, so it's easy.
Okay.
Yeah, I managed to play that. I played a lot of phone games just because I've been sitting around laid up. My arm was in a sling at the time or whatever, and so I just sit there and play some mild phone games that are uneventful and boring. Like some of the stuff that are connected to an app, right? And you can get like gift cards by getting points. And
Mhm.
so like I just been playing those cheap games and getting the points to get like a gift card down the road because I have nothing better to do. So I'm like, I'll just get those and play these little cheap shoot the little peg, and you match the colors. It's like a bubble blast thing,
Yeah.
just playing those over and over on my tablet just because they're easy while I'm sitting on the couch and my arm propped up or whatever. So um, the only the only other thing I can say I played more Gran Turismo. I've been playing that still. Um, that game is just so good. It's so fun. Just going through that game and then doing when you do the harder races, when you have like tire wear and you got to watch your gas and everything, like the strategy behind whether you want to run soft tires or hard tires at certain times, it can kind of really change the way the race comes. And it was funny because then I ended up watching the movie F1 over the week.
Me
And then,
too.
like, all the stuff they show in there, like, all the hard tires, or we're gonna box, we're gonna go hard, medium, and then it's soft,
Yeah.
It just all, like, reminds me of Gran Turismo, and then seeing some of the tracks as well. I'm like, uh,
Yeah.
it was cool. So, but it made me wanna play that game even more, like, I'll be kinda like, "Oh, I'm gonna get back into that," and so I'll be kinda play that a little bit. I ended up seeing that movie twice. So the first time I went with my boy, we saw it on a standard theater, and the second time I went to it, Jesus, was at one I was telling you about before, the 3-screen theater. It's called
Yeah.
Screen X, and that was really cool, like, because certain scenes were, like, mainly the racing scenes were all 3 screens, and to
Yeah.
have it kinda wrap around you and very immersive like that was really neat. So, it was fun.
That's dope.
But yeah, besides that, that's pretty much like all I played. I tried to fire up the Switch a little bit, and I couldn't get into anything, and just the regular Switch one, the hobo Switch. That's my new word for it now. It's just hobo Switch, but couldn't really get into anything on there. So,
anyways, I guess it's news time now. It's
yeah.
news time.
Beep, 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 beep.
All right, first piece of news that I have for you, Mayo, is Death Stranding 2 news. That's right. Death Stranding 2 on the beach has taken Mario Kart World's throne in the UK game sales chart as of the week of June 28th. That's right. It's now number one selling game for last week for the UK. So it's Death Stranding 2, then Mario Kart World, then Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition. That's weird. Then Hogwarts Legacy, then Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Minecraft The Thing Remastered, EA Sports Football Club, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Game of the Year Edition, and Mortal Kombat 1, topping out that top 10 of best-selling games in the UK. Yeah. Yep. Anyways, in other news, in Assassin's Creed news, Assassin's Creed Black Flag's lead actor has dropped a hint that fans may get to play the game again. That's right. A remake of Assassin's Creed Black Flag has been rumored for some time. It was reported in 2023 that the game was in the early stages of development, and the Ubisoft Singapore, the studio behind the original game's boating gameplay, would be involved in the remake project. Now, the actor behind Edward Kimway, the game's protagonist, has hinted to a fan that they'll have the chance to play the game again soon. Speaking at a convention, actor Matt Ryan asked a fan if they beat the game. When the fan said that they had beaten the original, Ryan said, "Well, you may have to beat it again." And he followed up by saying, there's a reason I say that, but I can't say anything. So yeah. Matt Ryan is the voice of Edward Kenway. So yeah, it would be dope for a thing. Anyways, in other news, Techland has released the retouched update for its survival horror game, Dying Light. Man, this improves graphical features and how it compares with the existing enhanced edition. I'm about to tell you. The retouched update for Dying Light adds higher resolution textures, man, upscaled skyboxes and clouds, ultra level quality shadows, and lighting improvements over the enhanced edition. Says here the improved skyboxes and clouds have improved the overall atmospheric rendering of Dying Light, and adjustments have also been made to scene lighting, not lightning. It results in a warmer looking game with more rich lighting. The difference is subtle in places while more prominent in other areas. The higher res textures add more detail to the environmental surfaces, such as the floor and building walls. Higher quality shadows further enhance the scene quality over the enhanced edition. Other than the changes mentioned above, there isn't much else to distinguish Dying Light retouched update from the enhanced edition, which already improved upon the vanilla version of the game. The difference is subtle in some cases while more pronounced in others, and is ultimately a testament to Techland's commitment to support the game with improvements even a decade after the original release back in 2015. So there's that. That's kind of cool.
I mean, yeah, it's cool, but would you buy it again if you bought the enhanced version? Because you probably own the original, right? Then you probably bought the enhanced, and then you go and buy another one. This reminds me of GTA. Like, how many times you got to remake this game?
This is an update, though. No, not. It's not a re-release. It's just a patch.
Oh, so it's just a patch. Okay. I thought it was like an updated version you had to buy.
I don't think so. I think it's just a patch. And other news. Oh my god, I hate these websites that made me like turn off my ad blocker.
Oh, I know, right?
Please support us. Oh, support us. Fuck you. In other news, former Microsoft Game Studios executive producer Laura Fryer believes Xbox hardware is dead.
Uh-oh.
Dun dun dun.
Why would it be dead? Is it maybe because they have it on so many different ways to play it now?
Laura Fryer shipped numerous games as an executive producer and became the director of Xbox Advanced Tech Group before leaving Microsoft in the late 2000s. So it says here, following the reveal of Microsoft's upcoming Asus ROG Xbox Ally handhelds and the new Meta Quest 3S Xbox Edition headset, Xbox Xbox hardware has been at the forefront of everyone's mind this month. This includes Laura Fryer, a member of the original Xbox team, who released a new video discussing Microsoft's gaming strategy, saying that Microsoft is pretty much abandoning everything that made Xbox great in the first place. Fryer says Xbox Play Anywhere is just marketing and that it's style with no substance, before suggesting customers don't have a reason to buy the Asus ROG Xbox Ally when the Steam Deck already fills that niche, and that Microsoft is no longer producing Xbox exclusive games. She said, "Is there going to be a game so compelling that it drives me to adopt this new handheld?" Well, here's the problem. Xbox doesn't do exclusive games anymore. Even if Xbox delivers a crazy great game, Xbox Anywhere means that I can play that game on any platform. I can play it on the Xbox or on PC. I may be able to play it on the PS5 or the Switch. So why would I buy the ROG Ally? She goes on to say that Xbox has lost the ability to, quote, deliver a killer game in a reasonable time frame, adding that the only reason games such as State of Decay 3, Perfect Dark, and Fable are behind is down to Xbox losing its culture of shipping at scale, and that they don't have the people or the processes in place that can ship. It's a shame because they used to do better than anyone else in the business. Fryer also continued to say, obviously, as one of the founding members of the Xbox team, I am not pleased with how things are today. I do not love watching all the value that I helped create slowly get eroded away. I am sad because, from my perspective, it looks like Xbox has no desire at all or literally can't ship any hardware anymore, so this partnership's about a slow exit from the hardware business completely. She said, personally, I think Xbox hardware is dead. The plan appears to just drive everybody to Game Pass, and let's be clear, it has a lot of value, and I'm thinking that it might be why they decided to charge $80 for Outer Worlds 2. And here's the thing, maybe it will work. Xbox has a deep portfolio, and the remake of Oblivion was obviously a huge success, and they can continue to outsource that work to external companies and make a lot of money releasing their older games. Older games from an era where Xbox knew how to build them. But what is the long-term plan? Where are the new hits? What will make people care about the Xbox 25 years from now? I was excited to see Clockwork Revolution in the showcase, but will something like that be enough? Do they have more than that? Fire closed out the video by saying that 2026 marks the 25th anniversary of the Xbox, and that she's sure Microsoft will have a big announcement to honor this milestone. She then adds, maybe next year is the year. Maybe next year is the year that the fog will clear and all of us will see the beauty in these latest announcements. So yeah. Says here, it's hard to disagree with some of the points Fryer raises in her video, and there are plenty of questions surrounding Microsoft's strategy that need to be answered. However, one question we already have the answers to surrounds the Xbox next console. Microsoft has already come out and said they're working on their next gen of consoles in partnership with AMD, Mayo. That's right. In a short video announcement, this is my next news article, Xbox President Sarah Bond revealed that Xbox's next-gen consoles will use AMD tech and will be enhanced with the power of AI. The announcement also reaffirms that the importance of Windows in Xbox future, a tease for future Xbox handhelds with AMD, and an Xbox device that allows users to play games from other storefronts. Now, it says here, this video kind of PR video makes it pretty easy to jump to conclusions. So it's important that we first paraphrase the real information from Microsoft's latest announcement. And here's the main fact that we learned so far. Microsoft is working on a next-gen console. So there's that. Yeah, so they got a multi-year partnership with AMD. The next-gen consoles will be enhanced with the AI for a deeper level of visual quality. That's right, Mayo. All right.
Nice.
It says here, moving on to more. They said that Microsoft Windows is the number one platform in gaming, of course, because it's PC stupids. And that Xbox experience is not locked to a single store or tied to one device. All right. They also said that they might support multiple storefronts. That may include Steam or Epic Games. So yeah, there's that. What else? Pretty much, we don't have much else. So it's whatever. So what do you think, man? You think Xbox is dead?
No, I don't think it's really dead, but they
It's
don't make a
dead.
very compelling reason to have hardware, right? Like,
They don't give you any reason to have their
yeah.
shit.
But when you were talking about that, it kind of made me think, right? The first thing that popped in my mind is like how these games are coming to PlayStation now, right? Down the road. But you can play them on your portal. Jesus. You have an Xbox handheld.
Holy shit! I'm ahead of the game here, Mayo. I have
Yeah,
one.
you can play those couple. What do they have, like the
Gears of
Hi-Fi
War,
Rush?
Half-Life
Gear,
Rush, Forza.
yeah, you can play them on your portal. You have a portable version.
Oh my god, Mayo, you're a fucking goddamn genius.
You don't even
This
need that ROG one.
this is an Xbox.
Put a little Xbox sticker on there, like on the side beside your PlayStation logo.
This is an Xbox. Oh wow, you're right.
Maybe that's why it's called a portal. It portals you over to the Xbox world.
Oh, there you go. Oh wow, they were thinking ahead of time. In other news, move on to more news here. Speaking of Xbox, former Blizzard president and Xbox executive says Xbox needs to pick their lane and stick to it. That's right. Mike Ibarra, who served various roles at Microsoft for 20 years, culminating in a role as corporate vice president on Xbox Live and Xbox Game Pass, before becoming Blizzard's president for 3 years, took to X to give his views on Xbox's current situation. He said the following, quote, "Tough to see the Xbox confused about who it is and what it should be. Some great people are there still, and they have to figure out what needs to change and fast. I'm a big fan and will always bleed green. I'm cheering the team on from the sidelines. Pick your lane and stick to it," end quote. Asked by a follower what he thinks of Xbox should do, Ibarra said he felt they should focus on being a publisher rather than a console manufacturer. He said, "It's simple to me. Xbox should strive to be the world's largest publisher of entertainment content. Get rid of everything else and get focused. Do not be afraid to say what you are. Embrace the lane." Oh, I like that one. That's a new one. That's embrace the lane, bro. Embrace the lane. You know what? That's gonna be the fucking show title too.
It is. That's a good title.
That is a good. That is a fucking good title.
Thanks, Mikey.
Thank you, Mike. Embrace the lane. Yeah, I like it. Anyways, What else? What else? Asked how that aligned with the Xbox identity as a console manufacturer, Ibarra replied, "From what I see, there are no longer that. Straddling the fence is not a winning plan." Ibarra was later asked by a follower whether he knew anything about the Xbox layoffs reportedly planned for this week, but he stressed that he knew nothing about what's going on there, and he hasn't for years. Ibarra's comments follow those of former Microsoft Game Studios employee Laura Fryer, who recently shared her thoughts on the company's current direction on her YouTube channel, stating her view that Xbox recent partnerships with external hardware companies like Asus, Meta, AMD leads her to believe that its own hardware business is effectively dead. Obviously, as one of the founding members of the Xbox team, I'm not pleased with how things are today, blah, blah, blah. We said that earlier. And she said, "I'm sad because from my perspective, it looks like Xbox has no desire to literally ship any more hardware. So this ROG Ally partnership is about a slow exit from the hardware business completely." And then it says here, Microsoft has adopted a multi-platform approach for the first-party games. So now all their games will be coming to the PS5, or most of them, alongside the Xbox versions. Um, but they also have committed to releasing a next-gen console. So there's that too. They're not done yet, I don't think. They're still committed to the next-gen system. So we'll see what happens there.
Yeah.
It could be the next-gen system. Could just be like a one-shop, it could be the Xbox One that they wanted. Because remember, the Xbox One was called the Xbox One because it was supposed to be an all-in-one system where that's where you went for everything. That's where you went for your TV. Well, how about this new Xbox is called the Xbox One XS Elite Plus. Yeah,
Sounds like the perfect name for it.
that is a perfect name. That is the perfect name. I just came up with that right now. Is perfect. That's exactly what they would name it too. Something stupid like that. Because think about it. It would be your all-in-one gaming system. If you can integrate Steam and Epic and even support like the PlayStation Now cloud streaming on there, right? Say you somehow convince Sony to say like, "Hey man, let us put your cloud stuff on our stuff. Please, please. We'll give you Halo.
Oh,
We'll give you Halo, guys. Come on. We'll give you Halo. You know you want Fable on your stuff. You guys want to play Fable?
well,
You guys want to play Fable? Give us.
remember how we were nice and let you have Call of Duty for a while?
Yeah. How about we give you more Call of Duty, and then we give you Halo too, and some Fable, and we'll give you some Skyrim or some next Skyrim on there. How about that, huh? You guys like Elder Scrolls? Hey, you guys like Fallout? Hey, you guys like any of these big titles that we bought? You guys want them on your next system on the PS6? Yeah, oh, motherfuckers, let us stream your stuff to our Like, how hard would that be, Mail? You see, you're already integrated Steam. You're letting a third party come in. You integrate Epic, and if you integrate the PS Now cloud streaming, that's your all-in-one box. Is that Xbox? You don't need a PC. You don't need a PC. You don't need a PS5 or a PS6. You have an Xbox, and that's what you need. And that would be kind of cool, to see if they could do that. Or vice versa, if PS6 can turn around and do it. What if people are talking about how this Xbox is going to integrate Steam? What if Sony just does it? They're just like, hey, fuck it, we don't care. Hey, Epic and Steam, you guys want to come on our shit too? Go ahead.
They just made an update. They just made an update for PS5 like next week. Hey, you guys, you can just add Steam to your PS5 our interface, and it's just there.
The PS5 Pro is pretty powerful. We can run a lot of the shit on Steam pretty good. I just do it. You can just play it. Yeah, cool. It's cool. You guys can go ahead. Yeah, like that'd be big. But yeah. And what else do I have here?
Any more good news for us?
Oh yeah, more good news for you. Nintendo is discussing whether their Switch 2 game key cards are affecting third-party sales. Nintendo has offered an explanation on whether Switch 2 game key cards are affecting sales of the console's third-party launch titles. During the annual shareholder meeting, an investor mentioned hearing that third-party games don't sell well on Nintendo Switch 2 hardware. They also expressed concerns regarding game key cards, calling them a half-baked solution and not very appealing. They asked whether the game key cards will deter people from third-party games. In this response, Nintendo said that Switch 2 game key cards, that's a fucking stupid name for these things, game key cards, don't contain the game content themselves. Rather, they're just a key for activation. The company clarified that a download is required when playing the game for the first time. And it mentioned that the system was adopted because the internal storage capacity is larger than that of the original Switch. Furthermore, Nintendo assured their investors that it will make efforts to ensure that third-party Switch 2 software is able to sell. Speaking of the success rate of the third-party Nintendo Switch 2 titles, Matt Piscatella, executive director and video games industry analyst at Circana, recently showed that the third-party share of the console software in the U.S. is far better than it was during the original Switch launch. More specifically, third-party unit shares of physical software for the Nintendo new console during its first week reached just shy of 40% during the first month of the original Switch launch. It was less than 20% for that whole first month. And just in the first week, it reached 40%. So it says here, the stats shared by Piscatella indicated that the third-party software on the Nintendo Switch 2 has roughly doubled that of the original Switch. And that said, he cautioned that it was far too early to claim anything concrete when it comes to the success of third-party titles on the Nintendo's new console. He reminded his followers that at the time, the console hadn't even been in the market for 3 weeks, and he added that the sample size is currently available games is far too small to derive any meaningful conclusions. So there's that. So yeah, they're kind of worried, Mel. What do you think? I think they're gonna do fine.
Yeah, I think they're Nintendo, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
they'll be okay. I think. I don't think that. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna have issues. I think they're just kind of scared at the moment. Maybe they're underneath their targets or whatever they had. Like
yeah,
maybe they
which I
promised a
can see,
certain
right?
number.
Like,
Yeah,
because there's a lot of changes happening there, right? Because the new price point and the new console, it's like they got a lot going on right now, a lot to be paying attention to.
yeah, for sure, for sure. Um, and other news, other news. Microsoft is planning another round of major Xbox layoffs. Microsoft is preparing to make an even more Xbox workers redundant as part of a company-wide reorganization that will reportedly take place this week, Mail. Bloomberg reports that managers within the Xbox team are expecting substantial cuts to be made across the entire division. Microsoft declined to comment when they were approached by Bloomberg. And it says, it's currently unclear how many people stand to be impacted by the purported cuts or which studios and departments will be impacted. If the latest rumblings prove true, it would mark the fourth major round of layoffs within Xbox in the space of 18 months, Mayo. It says here, the U.S. tech company kicked off last year, 2024, by laying off 1,900 people across the entire video game business following their colossal $68.7 billion merger with Blizzard. It followed those cuts by shuttering key studios such as Arcane Austin and Alpha Dog Games and Tango Gameworks. Says here, the later of which was eventually pulled back from the brink after being purchased by PUBG maker Krafton. In May of 2024, Xbox president Sarah Bond said those redundancies would ensure Xbox remained healthy for the long term, and it would be reasonable to suggest she spoke too soon. Microsoft then laid off another 650 game workers in September of last year, and those cuts reportedly impacted staff across corporate and supporting functions. In an email sent to employees by Xbox boss Phil Spencer, workers were told the layoffs would help Microsoft deliver long-term success. Microsoft subsequently barreled into 2025 by making another small round of layoffs in January, targeting what it called underperforming employees, Mayo. So there's that. So now they're gonna do their next round of major layoffs. It sounds like this one's gonna be a big one. What do you think of all these layoffs going on at Microsoft? What's going on over
I
there?
mean,
They just
right. That's all we hear about layoffs all the time, though. So anymore, I'm kind of unaffected by it. Like I hear layoffs,
yeah,
I'm like, just part of the industry. I think now at this point, right? Like that's where these people probably just bounce around and go right to a different company. Like
yeah. But like
it seems like they're always shifting and moving around.
it
So
sucks. It
it does.
sucks.
Remember people like some people you hear talking growing up, they're like, "Hey, when I grow up, I want to be a video game maker." Like then you hear of all these layoffs, and I would not want to have that job.
I would hate that career. Think about it. You're moving all the time, dude. If a studio hires you, you move closer to that studio. If you're not working remotely,
You would
you're working near that studio. You gotta move, 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 move.
Yeah. You'd almost have to look at it as like whenever your project is done,
You're gonna
you're
be
gonna be
job.
job hunting. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like you're
like
getting
you
hired
better,
on for that
like you
project.
better, yeah, you better be job hunting like a month before the project is done. Like, all right,
Yeah.
this game launches next month. All right, guys, I'm looking for a new job. I'm
Yeah.
gonna start applying at different studios right now. Like, start applying right now. Start right now. Fuck it, just do it right now. Like, get ahead of the game. Yeah, you might as well at this point, right? Like,
Yeah, that's all you
wow.
hear about is just layoffs all the time or studios closing, right?
Yeah. Speaking of studios closing, oh, another one for you. Miss developer Scion Worlds has announced another round of layoffs. Just over 3 months after making half of its workforce redundant. That's right. On the studio said it on Blue Sky. They said, "Hi all. We're sorry to say that we've had another round of layoffs at Scion. We've updated our previously shared sheet to reflect folks still or newly looking for opportunities. It is unclear how many people were laid off this time around, but the spreadsheet shared by the company now includes the names of 14 employees who are currently seeking new jobs. Back in March, the studio explained that it was struggling to navigate the video game industry's choppy waters, and they laid off 12 employees as a result. Industry conditions have forced us into a tricky spot where we are having to weigh the future of our studio against the month-to-month realities of the game's developments in 2025. Throughout the past year, we have been ultra transparent with the entire Scion team about the choppy waters we find ourselves in, as well as the dangers ahead. While the news of a layoff was not a surprise to the team, it was and is deeply saddening for all of us. The company said that they would be offering severance packages to those people affected by the cuts. So, it says here, major companies such as Don't Nod, Build a Rocket Boy, Riot Games, The Chinese Room, Zynga, and Sony have all reportedly made layoffs in June of 2025. So there's that. Whew, another one, Mayo. Another
Yeah.
one. Bad. It's not good. Yeah, and Don't Nod, they did a bunch of layoffs at their Montreal studio. That's right. Um, they released their stupid little statement. This decision was taken after exploring all other options. Ultimately, blah blah blah. Who cares?
Hmm.
You motherfuckers fire people all the time.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, they yeah. So this team was actually on strike in January, where their union went on strike because they were gonna have layoffs, and now they're having layoffs. Yeah. So I don't know what's that all about. But in other news, Mayo, the FTC has paid out almost $200 million in refunds to Fortnite players. That's right. Last week, the U.S. regulator Federal Trade Commission sent over $126 million, Mayo, in refunds to Fortnite players who were charged for unwanted in-game items. The compensation was dished out following a 2023 settlement between the FTC and Fortnite developer Epic Games. The FTC had claimed that Epic used, quote, dark patterns, Mayo, end quote, to trick players into making unwanted purchases. It also accused the company of letting minors accumulate unauthorized charges without parental oversight.
That's probably the bigger thing than the unwanted purchases, right? Like, I mean, just because they talked you into buying something doesn't mean it was like unwanted. I think they wanted it at the time.
It says here, Fortnite's counterintuitive, inconsistent, and confusing button configuration led players to incur unwanted charges based on the press of a single button. The company also made it easy for children to make purchases while playing Fortnite without requiring any parental consents, wrote the FTC in a complaint filed in 2022. And Epic said that it never intended to mislead their players, but agreed to pay $245 million in compensation to settle this matter. As a result, the FTC has now issued 2 rounds of refunds. The first was sent out in December of 2024 and comprised of 629,344 payments, totaling more than $72 million. And the latest round includes 969,173 checks and PayPal payments issued on June 25th and June 26th to consumers who filed a claim. Today's announcement brings the total amount of refunds the FTC has issued to consumers related to Epic's deceptive billing practices to nearly $200 million, reads the FTC statement. Eligible consumers who have yet to submit a claim mail have till July 9th of this year, so next week, I guess, to do so via the FTC website. So go ahead and make your claim if you haven't made a claim mail.
Oh, I probably paid for so much stuff for my son when he was first getting into it that came out of my account. He bought a lot of stuff back in the day. So I wouldn't even know where to begin.
Get all your money back, Mayo.
There you go.
In other news, Nintendo announces, Mayo. Mayo. They have confirmed, Nintendo's confirmed, Mayo, that it will raise the price for many of their products and services in Canada due to market conditions. Affected products may include the Nintendo Switch OLED model, Nintendo Switch Lite, physical and digital Nintendo Switch games, and Nintendo Switch accessories. Other Nintendo products, including Amiibo, Nintendo Switch Online memberships, will also see price increases, Nintendo said. The Nintendo Switch 2, alongside with its accessories and software, will remain at their current price point. New pricing information will be shared on the Nintendo Canada website on August 1st. Says the U.S. and Canada have imposed tariffs on each other's goods since President Trump sparked a trade war earlier this year. And last week, Trump said that he was cutting off trade talks with Canada immediately due to what he called an egregious 3% tax on American tech companies, which estimated to cost corporations such as Amazon, Apple, and Google more than $2 billion a year. The global economy has already seen price increases in video game console market even before many other Trump's tariffs were introduced earlier this year. Notably, Nintendo was forced to delay the pre-orders for Nintendo Switch 2 in the U.S. because they announced a new, higher price for many of the console's accessories. In May, Microsoft announced that it was raising their Xbox prices globally, with the U.S. price of a 1 terabyte Xbox Series S going up from $499 to $599, and a 2 terabyte going from $599 to $729, and the Xbox Series S consoles, meanwhile, have been given an $80 price increase. In April, Sony announced that they would increase the prices of the PS5 consoles for the second time in some regions, and the PS5 Digital Edition now costs €499 in Europe, up from the previous price of €449 and $399 before that. Meanwhile, in the UK, the console now costs £429.99, so that's £130, which is up previously from $390, which is an increase of 40. So there's that. So a bunch of price increases, huh? Looks like Canadians don't get no old Switches. You motherfuckers got to buy the new one. or I guess buy it now before August 1st, right? I guess.
I
Man,
would
that's
assume their
right.
sales are probably going to slow down quite a bit, right, on the Switch One. I
I,
mean,
I would assume so. How many can they really be selling? I mean, they'll still sell some for years to come because
yeah,
people will mod
replacements
them
or
and
modded, yeah.
people will mod him and crack him and break him and whatever, like play pirated games on there. But yeah, who knows? In other news, Mayo Machine. I got lots of news for you. Let's see here. Uh, more news. Hideo Kojima says that he personally inserted himself in all his cameos in Death Stranding 2. That's right. Hideo Kojima has stated that he personally added every reference to himself to Death Stranding 2, as his staff pretended they did not know what he was talking about when he asked to have them add Kojima Easter eggs. Okay. Right,
Okay.
man? They didn't know what the fuck he was talking about, man, okay? Says here, Hideo Kojima's games are renowned for their self-referential nature, referencing both his past work and the developer himself. And his latest release, Death Stranding 2 on the Beach, is no exception. Now in an interview, Kojima has joked that his staff pretended to not know what he was asking them to do when it comes to Kojima references. So he said he added them himself. He said,
He's just fine. I'll do it.
he said, I put all of these things in, Kojima told GameSpark. He said, even if I said to the staff, please put them in, they would just say, huh? And pretend to not know. And he laughed. He said, so the real that he makes a cameo in the night sky in Death Stranding 2. He's a constellation in the sky. So he made himself a constellation in the
Oh,
sky.
see, Jesus, you gotta be watching now.
I know, and I gotta look at the sky now. Some people might be a little put off, he said. And Hideo Kojima has a long history of making cameo appearances in both games that he has developed and those developed by his friends. In the original Death Stranding, Kojima appears in the player's private room if the player moves the camera to aim at Sam's bare feet. Kojima will appear covered in tar, and he also appears as a hologram in the game. Kojima's final game as part of Konami, Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain, features a side mission during which the player rescues Hideo Kojima, and he also appeared in the game's prologue, Metal Gear Solid Ground Zero. So, there's that. It says here, Hideo Kojima appears near the beginning of Cyberpunk 2077 at an in-game bar, and he also appeared in Control as Dr. Yoshimi Tokui. In exchange, Remedy creative director Sam Lake appeared in Death Stranding as one of the game's preppers. Oh, wow. Hideo Kojima's like, fuck you guys. You motherfuckers don't know what
I
I'm
do it
talking
my
about.
own. I do it on my own.
I do myself. Fuck this shit. Um, in other news and some kind of Xboxy news, sorta. Halo developer and Halo Studios 343, formerly known as 343. What are they called now? What are they? Halo? What the fuck are they called?
I don't know.
I don't know. Anyways, says here last year's HWC, I don't know what that means. The developer formerly known as 343 Industries announced their rebranding and that it was working on multiple Halo games developed with Unreal Engine 5 Mayo, and a teaser video was shown to attendees of various Halo-themed locations running with Unreal, with the studio stressing that the footage wasn't a game, but a glimpse of what might be able to achieve with UE5. Now on the new blog post, Halo Studios has suggested that it will show more of what it's been working on at the next HWC, which takes place in Seattle on October 24th, ahead of their 25th year anniversary. Over the past few weeks, there's been a fair amount of speculation about when and where more details might emerge about any of the multiple projects Halo Studio is actively working on. We don't usually comment on such matters, but this time we want to enter the chat and share a little bit more of our perspective for Halo fans who might be on the fence about whether to attend this year's event. They said, last year's Halo WC, we premiered a New Dawn, where we talked about the switch to Unreal Engine, and give you a behind-the-scenes look at Project Foundry and debuted a revolution to Halo Studios as we enter a new chapter for Halo. For us, a new dawn was just the beginning. At this year's Halo WC, we look forward to continuing this conversation. Speculation is always fun, but if you want the official scoop on what Halo Studios has been working on, you will not want to miss this year's Halo World Championship. We really hope you join us in Seattle this October. So Halo Studios said that they hope the switch to Unreal Engine will help address some of the issues they have experienced with Halo Infinite, which suffered a last-minute, year-long delay and sluggish rollout of post-release content. Wow, so I guess they're not called Halo Studios, I guess. That's their name. So yeah, man. Yeah. Xbox. Oh yeah, new Halo game maybe. Maybe. I don't know. In other news, EA Sports is teasing their first NCAA March Madness college basketball game in 16 years. That's right. The official EA Sports account on X posted an image of basketball with the EA Sports logo on it. And it was joined by the message, "Bring the madness. Let's run it back. Hashtag CBB. Hashtag is in the game." EA released their first college basketball game, NCAA March Madness 98, on the original PlayStation back in 1998. This was followed by annual releases until the series ended with NCAA Basketball 10, which was released on November of 2009 for the PS4 and Xbox 360. They mean the PS3, not the PS4. Oh, they'll release on the PS4 if it's 2009. That has to be wrong, right?
Right, yeah.
They meant the PS3. There's no way. It says here, the use of the phrase "bring the madness" implies the returning game will be once again the March Madness name instead of the NCAA basketball game used for the last couple of games in the series. But this is by no means confirmed. That the publisher could instead call the game EA Sports College Basketball. Who knows? I mean, I don't know. So it says here, EA hasn't released any basketball games at all for the last 7 years, and they used to have success with their NBA Live series, from NBA Live 95 all the way to NBA Live 10. However, they tried to reboot the series with the ill-fated NBA Elite 11, and the game ended up being canceled last minute. And the series returned with the NBA Live 14 and saw 2015, 16, 18, and 19 editions before NBA Live 20 was just canceled at the last minute again. And yeah. So the last one they released was NBA Live 19.
Yeah, I knew it's been a minute.
Yeah, because remember, wasn't the NBA Live 20 the one that they legit released like a beta for it or something, and people were like, "What the fuck is this?" Or like a demo. Wasn't it a demo that they released, and people were like, "This is so bad. This is so bad." And EA was like, "Oh fuck, this is so bad. We gotta cancel this game, guys. Cancel it right now before we release it."
Right.
And they did like the last fucking second. They just canceled it. Like literally, it was like maybe weeks before the game came out because they had a demo out, and they're like, "Oh no, we're not releasing this. This is not coming out. We lied. Psych. No new game for you guys, motherfucker. You." Yeah. So there's that. What else? Oh man. Oh, I got another thing for you. What's this out here? Hold on. I gotta pull this up. All right. Uh-oh. The Alters developer, 11-Bit Studios, has responded, Mayo, to fan accusations that they used generative AI text and translations in the game. And they have promised an update to both replace the AI-generated content with handcrafted assets. Last week, players of the Alters spotted what appeared to be text generated by AI in the game. On a screen in the command center, specifically, the text included the line, "Sure, here's a revised version focusing purely on scientific and astronomical data," followed by a captain's log, which suggests that someone prompted an AI for the text and forgot to delete the AI's lead-in response. Shit. So these fuckers used an AI, they just copy and pasted everything but forgot the first part to delete it. Oh man, you guys fucked up.
Yep.
You guys fucked up. You know, they would have never got caught if they deleted that.
Yeah.
Says here, in the English language version of the game, that was the end of it. However, players of other language versions begin to point out that some of the game's translations included lines like, "Sure, here's the text translated into Brazilian Portuguese." Oh, fuck. These guys, oh man. Suggesting that 11-bit studios had used generative AI to localize at least some portion of the game, and Alters does not disclose on its Steam page stating that it included generative AI, which Valve makes it mandatory for all games that use generative AI to say on their page, on the store page, that they use generative AI, Mayo. It's a requirement for Steam. Wow.
Interesting. Yeah, never looked for that.
And a statement said via email to IGN and published across social media platforms, 11-bit Studios offered an explanation for the generative AI text and translations. The studio explained that the captain's log text was intended as a placeholder, Mayo, and simply got missed during the final release. Oh man, sorry guys, we simply just, it was a placeholder, man. Like, we didn't mean to do that. And then no other
Right.
such instances appear in the game. And as for the localization, 11-bit says that generative AI translations were limited to a few cutscenes, added very late in development that needed last-minute translations, and that it was always that they always intended to replace them with professional translations. They said, this is the full thing they said. "We've seen a wide range of accusations regarding the use of AI-generated content in the altars, and we feel it's important to clarify our approach to give you more context. AI-generated assets were used strictly as temporary work in progress during the development process and a very limited manner. Our team has always prioritized meaningful, handcrafted storytelling, Mayo, as one of the foundations of our game. During production, an AI-generated text for a graphic asset, which was meant as a piece of a background texture, was used by one of our graphical designers as a placeholder. This was never intended to be a part of the final release. Unfortunately, due to an internal oversight, this single placeholder text was mistakenly left in the game. Now we have since conducted a thorough review and confirmed that this was just an isolated case and the asset in question is being updated. For transparency, we've included a screenshot to show how and where it appears in the game. While we do not want to downplay the situation, we also want to clearly show its limited impact on your gaming experience. In addition to that, we have licensed movies that the alters can watch in the social area of the base were added at the final stage of development. While those were externally produced, our team was not involved in the creative process, and these required additional last-minute translations. Due to extreme time constraints, we chose not to involve our translation partners and had these videos localized using AI to have them ready on launch. It was always our intention to involve our trusted translator agencies after the release as part of our localization hotfixes to ensure that these texts would be handled with the same care and quality as the rest of the game. That process is now underway and updated translations are being implemented. To give you a better understanding of what a small part of the overall scope of the game's narrative layer they are, those few external movies are approximately 10,000 words out of 3.4 million across all the languages in the game, or just 0.3% of the overall text. The alternative was to release those specific dialogues in English only, which we believe would be a worse experience for non-English speakers, and in hindsight, we acknowledge this was the wrong call. Even more, So, no matter what we decided, we should have simply let you all know. As AI tools evolved, they present new challenges and opportunities in game development, and we're actively adapting our internal processes to meet this reality. But above all, we remain committed to transparency in how we make our games, and we appreciate your understanding and continued support as we work towards that goal. Says here 11-Bit Studios is just the latest company to come under fire for using AI. Just last week, Jurassic World Evolution 3 developer Frontier Developments had to walk back their use of generative AI character portraits after widespread criticism, and Activision has been skewered repeatedly for their generative AI use, including recent examples of an ad for a Guitar Hero game that doesn't exist, and a certain Call of Duty Black Ops 6 asset. Other games such as Power World have been accused of using generative AI, but have gone to great lengths to prove the accusations were unfounded and that no generative AI was used. Regardless of generative AI usage, they gave the Alters an 8 out of 10 on this website, calling it a highly atmospheric sci-fi character study mixed with simple but effective resources and base management that cleverly builds existential and interpersonal pressure throughout their story. What the fuck is the Alters? What is that shit?
That's that. Oh gosh, I haven't played it. It's one of those. Is it kind of like Overwatch?
Okay.
That's kind of like the idea I got of the game. And
Oh
I was like,
yeah. I've seen it. Okay, yeah, now I know. Yeah, I have seen it. Yeah. So yeah, I guess they used some AI shit apparently and didn't tell people about it, which it's it's whatever, man. Yeah, yeah. What else? Nintendo news, Xbox news, everything. Yeah, that's most of the news we have, man. I mean, um,
we had a good amount.
yeah, got no more news. All the news. Oh, that's all the news you need for this week. Oh, the Lenovo Legion Go is on sale, Mayo,
Yeah.
at Best Buy. That's right. Okay. The Lenovo Legion Go S AMD Z1 Extreme Steam OS model. That's a long ass name. All right. Is down to $779 Mayo and 99 cents. Normally it's $830 Mayo. Okay. And the Legion Go S AMD Ryzen C2 Go Steam OS model is down to $549.99 Mayo, and it's normally 600. All right, all right.
Yeah. Save a little bit, I guess.
That's a lot of money for these handhelds. Seven hundred and eighty
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
dollars.
Ooh.
How much do you think that Xbox One is going to be like 900, dude?
You think?
It's gonna, yeah, I think it is. The new one coming out whenever it comes out this year. I think the thing's gonna be like fucking $1,000.
I feel like it's gonna be like 600.
Do you think so? I don't know. I don't think so because the regular whatever the fuck ROG Ally that I saw at Best Buy the other day, that thing was like it's still like $700, $750, $800, 850 or whatever, 750, 850, I think, or 750,
Yeah.
900 or 800, 900, something like that. It's like an expensive ass thing, dude.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, well, yeah. Um,
I'm holding the 600. I don't know why it feels right.
I don't know. 600 when their Xbox Series X is like seven something, the 2 terabyte model. I don't know,
Is it that
man.
expensive now? I didn't think it was that expensive now.
Yeah, the 2 terabyte. I just remember we just talked
The
about
2 terabyte. Yeah.
no, the 1 terabyte is 600. The 2 terabyte is 730. Yeah, it's expensive. It's not cheap. Um, But yeah. Yeah, that's all
I do, Jesus, have for us. I do have some podcast questions. We got 2 of them in here this week.
Oh, wow, go ahead.
All right. Crafty, he said, he said, thanks for asking his questions. But he said he's going to queue up another one for us. He says, what's your favorite video game franchise?
That's not an easy question. I used to
No.
love Assassin's Creed, but now I don't. I'm trying to think of like my favorite that like I always buy.
Call of Duty?
Call of Duty or Battlefield. I have to
I was
say,
answering for you there. I mean, that's
yeah. I'm thinking it's one of those two, right? Because like I was thinking like, oh, maybe like a Rockstar game. Like I love Red Dead Redemptions and Red Dead Redemption 2, but like that's only 2 games. Gotta think longer than that. Like what's something I've always bought that always comes out that I always kind of buy, and it's Battlefield. Battlefield I've bought for like ever now, dude. I remember buying Battlefield 2 way back in the day. I don't remember Battlefield 1. I think that was on PC only though. But I definitely remember Battlefield 2 on the consoles way back in the day. And I bought Battlefield Bad Company 2, that 1943 one. What else? The fucking Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, Battlefield 5, Battlefield 1, Battlefield 2042. I bought them all, dude, and I usually buy like the big editions of those games. Call of Duty 2 though. Call of Duty, I've only skipped a few of them. I skipped the Vanguard, which was the other one. I skipped uh that was the World War II one. I also skipped World War II one. And I also skipped the Ghost one for Call of Duty. But Call of Duty I've also been playing since fuck way back in the day. When it was Call of Duty like it was like a PS2 game or something. Yeah, so I would say Call of Duty or Battlefield have to be my favorite. I mean, if it's a franchise that we're saying like you always buy just because you know you're gonna play it, it's those.
yeah.
Um,
I'm kind of like you. Like Assassin's Creed was always a really good. Like I almost always bought them regardless.
yeah.
And not so much anymore. And like I kind of gone away from different franchise games for the most part. Like I used to love the Need for Speed series.
Oh yeah.
Like anytime a Need for Speed came out, I'd pretty much would buy it, and now not so much. And then well, there's another one. Oh, like Ninja Gaiden. I used to love Ninja Gaiden as a kid, like the Nintendo versions of them,
Yep.
and playing those. And I just love that whole series. And that's all old stuff I had never gotten back into anymore. But they were great franchises. Like most of the games anymore are like one and dones. It seems like.
I guess if you consider Mario a franchise, I mean, I've always
Yeah.
played a lot of Mario. Like that's like something you can't go wrong with, really. Like
No.
Mario, anything, Mario Kart, Mario World, Mario fucking whatever Mario, it's usually pretty okay. Like it's not bad, you
With
know?
the exception of that Peach game. That Peach game with hair is garbage.
Yeah. And like Zelda too, kind of the same shit with Zelda. Like they've always been fun games. Like they've always been
Yeah,
cool.
that's another one.
Like I guess you can't go wrong with those. But like as far as like other like modern franchises or like franchises that come out on the consoles that I usually play on or whatever, like yeah, it's gonna be Battlefield, it's gonna be Call of Duty, it's gonna be those types of games that like I'm always into. I'm always into Civilization too. Like I haven't bought Civilization 7, but I'm going to because I think it's on sale right now actually. Steam Summer Sale. So I might pick that up this
What was
weekend
it?
actually. The Civ 7.
Oh, okay.
Like Civilization games? Like I fucking love
Yeah.
those games. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
they're fun.
I've been playing them since like 2008, 2009. I
I've
think the
seen
first one
them
first one I
on
ever played
the
was the console one, the Civ Revolution. Then I went to the PC ones, and I'm like, I fucking love these games. But like
I know I
same with like
was
the Sims. Like I know people that have only played the Sims. Like Like people,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
yeah, like
There's
people
a
love that shit. Yeah, like The Sims, all that stuff.
you probably have people like the EA stuff too, like the Madden and all that kind of stuff. They
Yeah,
probably buy those every year. You know,
yeah, yeah. I
not not,
know.
not for me, but
Yeah, I used to be a Madden guy every year, and then I got kind of worn out by it. And then yeah, but like my sister, she doesn't game, right? She doesn't game at all, but she will play The Sims for like fucking hours. I'm talking hours, dude, like
yeah,
hours upon hours. Like she's not a gamer, but put
that's
her
like
on
the
a
non-gamer game, right? Like
yeah,
it's just like
put her on a fucking Sims computer, like a game that has like a computer that has a Sims running on that shit. She'll be on that motherfucker all night long, no sleep and shit. Like no sleep team, man. Like just on it. Like I'm playing this all night. I don't fucking care. I don't care if I work at 3 in the morning. I'm staying up all night and I'm playing this at 3 till 3 in the morning. Like that's the type of like that's the type of effect the sim has on her. Like it's like what the fuck? It's kind of funny because I'm always giving her shit about it. I'm like, you don't game. You make fun of me for being a gamer sometimes, but you're over here playing the fucking Sims for 20 fucking hours straight.
right.
The fuck? She's like, but it's different. It's different. I'm like, how the fuck is it different? It's a fucking game. No, it's not. It's like life. I'm like, oh my god, dude.
My my Sims extent is pretty much like the age old taking away the ladder out of the swimming pool, locking them in a room without a bathroom, and just letting
Yeah,
them walk around
trying to figure out how to kill them and shit. Yeah, like yeah,
just to
that's
torture them.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what mine is like. My character tried to cook dinner and it burned the fucking house down or something. You know, like
Right.
that's what it is. Like no, she'll have like this whole like elaborate ass fucking shit going on with like neighbors and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, it's really fun. I would have like a big ass house with all kinds of shit in it, all hand decorated by her. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, man. Sims has like a really cool, good pull on people, and I know people that like that's all they will play. That's all they will fucking no matter what. That's all they will play. And it'll be like an old Sims too. It won't even be like the new one. It'll be like one from like 2015 or something or whatever. You know, like an old ass Sims. Like that's the one that she'll play.
Right. Well, there's so many of them now, right? Like you just
Yeah,
kind of jump on one, you wouldn't even realize you're playing an old one. Like if you
yeah,
weren't into it, I would. Like if I wasn't
yeah,
into it, I'm not into it.
yeah,
But like if I fired one up and I didn't see the title or know there was a newer one,
yeah.
I probably wouldn't know the difference. Like
Yeah, so she loves the sim. And I know, like my daughter, for example, my two daughters actually, they both are. One of them is really into Fortnite, and like she's so into Fortnite, bro. Like she'll get into Fortnite, but she won't play Fortnite, man. She'll play all these other fucking like people created games.
hmm
Like that's all she does is play like people. I'm like, what are you playing? Oh, I'm playing hide and seek. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah. She's like, we have to hide, and like the other players have to find us. Or like it'll be like a two teams are fighting for like domination on the map. So like you have to build all these structures on the map quicker than the other team or whatever. Or like well, the other day she was watching fucking a Marvel movie on there, dude. I'm not even kidding. I was like, what are you doing? She's like, oh, I'm watching a movie. I'm like, you're playing Fortnite. She's like, no, I'm watching a movie. Look. And then she like moved her screen over and there was like a big theater screen in the game playing like a fucking Iron Man movie or something. Like, are you watching Iron Man? She's like, yeah, Iron Man's on right now. I'm like, is this legal? Like, how are you doing this? She's like, I don't know. She's like, I just picked this game and this is something about movie simulator or something. So I clicked it and this movie's playing. And like I'm in here
wow.
and like there were other players in there running around with her. And there was the fucking Iron Man movie playing on the screen, like a big theater screen, and they're all just sitting there watching it. And they had like a little popcorn stand on the side and like a fucking vending station for like snacks. I'm like, the fuck? What the fuck is going
Wow.
on here? It was legit. I'm like, is this even legal? Like this I was like, I don't know if Fortnite, like if Epic knows that they can like people can do this. Like how do you stream a video into the game like a movie? Like how are they doing that? I guess because it was a user created like thing, you know, it was like it said like a user created experience or whatever. And I'm like, what the fuck? I guess you can come in here and watch movies. This is bizarre as fuck.
It's pretty
I was
wild.
like, yeah, I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, so sure, that's all she does. And she'll go in there, and she won't even know like the shit she's clicking on. She's like, I just get on here, go on the list, and like I'll click on something, and then I'll see if I like it or not. And like sometimes it'll be like cops and robbers, or like evade the murder, like the killer, like kind of like a Michael Myers thing, where like one player is Michael Myers and everyone has to run from them, and he's running around killing everyone, or like just like random little games that she'll play. I'm like, what the fuck are you playing now? One was about beds. Like she's like, oh yeah, we have our bed, and like if you don't make it to your bed before the timer is out, then you're out. I'm like, okay, so what do you? She's like, you jump around. She's like, you jump around, and then you have to get in a bed before the timer. I'm like, what the fuck kind of game is this? And she's like, this is a game somebody made. I'm like, what the? I'm thinking, man, we need to get on there and make a game. It's just a stupid ass thing, and like someone
Right?
will play. Someone will play it. I guarantee
Probably.
you, because that's what my daughter does. She'll just get on there and play anything. She don't even give a fuck. Which, like I said, she didn't even know how she found that Iron Man movie thing. She's like, I don't know. She's like, I just clicked on something, and it was there. I'm like, uh, okay. This is a little awkward, but okay. Like, and some of the shit is really inappropriate for kids though too, man. Because there was one called like I saw some shit on there. It was like these people having like relationships with each other, and like it was like a relationship simulator, but like in Fortnite.
Wow.
And
I could
I'm
see
like
that stuff in like Roblox. Like Roblox
I'm
has a
like
lot of that weird stuff like that too.
I'm like
Created
this is like
user
a
content created stuff.
I'm like, this is a user. I told my kid, what the fuck is this? She's like, I don't know. She's like, I got in here and these people are over here trying to make out or something. She's like, I don't know. She's like, I'm just walking around looking at these people like, what the fuck are they doing? I'm like, get the fuck out of this shit real quick. I'm like, get the fuck out of here and delete that shit real
Yeah,
quick.
no doubt.
What the fuck? I told her to get out of it and she did, but it was like really bizarre. I'm like, what the fuck is this? 'Cause sometimes I'll sit there and I'll kind of just watch what she's doing and like sometimes I'll see she's playing like the bed jumping game or whatever, some other building game or a racing game or whatever, and then all of a sudden she'll be playing this other random shit. There's one that she plays where all you have to do is go down this giant ramp, right? With like any vehicle in Fortnite, like a shopping cart, a skateboard, a
Uh huh.
bike, a car, and you have to go down the ramp and see how far you can jump off the ramp.
Okay.
And that's the whole game. There'll be like 50 people in that motherfucker. Everyone on their cars and trying to go down this giant fucking ramp to see how far they can jump. And that's the game. I'm like, man, the shit kids play nowadays.
Right.
They have too many options. I'm like, do you guys have too many options? I'm like, when I was a kid, man, you went to Walmart and got like a $20
Right.
PlayStation Classics hit game that your mom bought you for $20, and you played that motherfucker till you couldn't
Until
play
you knew it
anymore.
backwards, right? Like you
Yeah,
could.
like you read the cover on the way home, you read the manual, you try to read all the manual, the rules, the like, do I need a memory card for this game? You read all that shit on the way home. You hope you had enough space on your memory card for a save file, and then you play that motherfucker over and over and over and over and over. Even if you sucked at it at first, within a month you'd be really good at it because that's the only fucking game you have to play. And
Right.
you better play it, you know what I mean? Because you get another game, you know what I mean? Like that's what
I
you
think
played.
it's. I think that's why back when if you go back and play an old Nintendo game, like an NES game, some of them
Yeah,
games are difficult. Like you had to
they
go
are
play
hard
through
as
them a
fuck.
lot.
Yeah,
You had to play them a lot to get good at them.
yeah. Like some of those Mario games are not easy. Some of those, like, yeah, they will get difficult. And like these kids don't realize like how much options they have. They have so many options, dude. And not just that, but then you go on the phone, like on their phones or their tablets, and they got like 1,000 games. Like you have the App Store where you could download like any game, dude. Like Candy Crush, Tic Tac Toe, chess, checkers, fucking Hello Kitty Island Adventures on your phone, like, which pretty much is a fucking is a like a Animal Crossing game with Hello Kitty. You know what I mean? Like they got all this shit on. Like it's kind of crazy to me. I'm like, you guys have too many options. You guys don't know. what the fuck? And then my other daughter, she's kind of grown out of it, but not really. You know what I mean? She's kind of like in the age where like, oh, I'm too cool for video games.
Hmm.
Fuck them. Fuck you nerds. But but she still plays them. But guess what game she plays still? That she's played as like she started playing this game when she was like 4 or 5. What game do you think that is, man? That she still goes back to? A game that's for kids.
Um, it's for kids, huh?
She's played it since she was like 4 or 5. It's been around forever, man. It's one of the biggest games in the world.
I don't know. I'm just gonna say Roblox. I don't know.
You're pretty close. Minecraft.
Oh, Minecraft. Yeah.
She does play a lot of Roblox too, though. But Minecraft is one of the ones that, like, yeah, she will play Minecraft all the time, dude, just all the time. Just, what are you doing? Oh, I'm petting my dog. I'm building a dog thing for my dogs to sleep in. I'm like, okay, what the fuck? Like that's what she'll play is Minecraft. She'll play a lot, like fucking hella Minecraft. Like she'll just know all this shit about Minecraft. I'm like, you talk shit about video games, but you're such a fucking nerd for Minecraft. Because Minecraft is Minecraft. It's not really a video game.
Yeah.
It's
It's
Minecraft.
different. It's different.
It's different. It's different, Dad. You don't get it. I'm like, motherfucker, you mean I don't get it? I was there when Minecraft was like in 2009 when it was like a
Right.
fucking Java game or whatever. Like, I remember Minecraft when it was like a fucking beta, dude. Like, I played Minecraft. I've been playing Minecraft since before it even became like a real game. Fuck out of here with, I don't know this shit. You don't understand, Dad. You don't understand.
Right.
Like, Roblox is another one, but Roblox, I had to ban my younger daughter from it, and she's been banned from Roblox because she went a little crazy one day and bought all this shit on a credit card.
Oh,
And we're like, oh no, no,
that'll do
no,
it.
no, don't do it. Get the fucking ban from fucking Roblox. So yeah, she don't play Roblox. Plus, like you said, Roblox does tend to have more of that like adult weirdo creepers on there.
Yeah.
I feel like Fortnite does have those, but not as much as Roblox. Roblox, I don't know, something about it that's just like all these weirdos are on there and shit, doing weird shit. And it has a lot more, even though, like, yeah, Fortnite is based on guns and shit, like, yeah, but I feel like Roblox has more like adult style games like GTA and like shit
Oh
like that,
yeah. Yeah, for
like
sure.
GTA clones and shit like that. So, yeah, we told her, like, no, you shouldn't be playing this shit. Go play like fucking Fortnite or something. I don't know. But yeah. But I can't get these kids to play anything else. Like I try to show them Hogwarts Legacy. They don't care. They don't. This looks
Right.
boring. This is boring. This is boring. We're gonna craft something. This is boring.
Yeah. Where can I make something? Where can I build something?
Yeah, they want to build stuff and craft shit. I'm like, what the fuck, man? You guys, kids are all fucked up nowadays. You guys, you guys don't want to go outside. We don't want to fucking do shit outside. Build anything outside. You want to build shit in a fucking game. Get the fuck out of here, this shit. But yeah, so my one daughter, like I said, she's really into Minecraft. The other one's into Fortnite, and but yeah, I can see it, man. Like Fortnite really has endless games now. Like she doesn't even play like yeah, I see her play the battle royale every once in a while. Like she'll be in there playing battle royale, and she's pretty decent at it. But she's mostly into like the user created shit, like with her friends. Like she'll get on there with one of her friends, and like they'll just be up to like fucking. One time she got in trouble because she was up to like 4 a.m., dude, playing fucking Fortnite. I'm like, bro, I'm like, don't you got school tomorrow? "Hmm, yeah. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? It's fucking, I'm going to work, dude. It's like 4 in the morning. I'm like, it's 4 in the fucking morning. Go to fucking bed. What are you doing? And she's like, okay. So, yeah, she does weird shit, but yeah, like they be playing that shit, like fucking random games on fucking Fortnite, like racing games or like random shit, dude. Like one of them was like the shopping game where you go like a grocery store and you got to fill up your cart with as much shit as possible
Yeah, like that old game show
before,
or something.
yeah, like before everyone else, like whoever has the most stuff in their cart wins or whatever. Like it's just random shit and like random ass games that they be playing. I'm like, I don't get it. I don't get the appeal, but I guess in a sense, for a kid, it's like endless possibilities. Like you do whatever. I could play anything on here.
Mm-hmm.
And not just that, but they also have all the skins for every character in Fortnite. You know, so
Yes.
you could
I
be
bet that, I
anyone.
wonder how many skins there are in that game now. Like
I
actual, if you took all over time.
I don't know. I'm gonna Google it, see if I could find it. Holy shit! As of April 2025, male, there are over 2,140 skins
Wow.
as of April of this year.
I wonder how many
Oh,
accounts have all of them.
oh my! Can you imagine how much money that is?
I wonder if they're getting a good refund.
Oh my god, that has to be so much money. And like, not just that, do they have skins? They have like everything you can, like every universe you can think of. They've included it in here. Like everything. Like there's nothing that's not in there. Like they have Disney stuff. They have Marvel. They have DC Universe. They
Hmm.
have Star Wars. They have. Do they have Star Trek? I wouldn't be surprised.
No,
Maybe
I don't think they do. I don't think I've ever seen that one. But yeah, like you said, I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised. Like they got John Wick in that mother. John Wick. What the fuck do
Yeah.
kids know about John Wick? They got God of War. They got Halo. They got fucking. You know what they
Ninja
don't have?
Turtles,
You know what they don't have? They don't
Mario.
have. They don't have Mickey Mouse.
No.
I don't think Disney will let them. I guarantee
No.
they've probably gone to Disney and said, "Yo, man, can we get Mickey Mouse and friends?" And they're like, "Fuck no." You.
Yeah.
What do
Can't
you
have them
mean?
fighting each other.
Mickey Mouse is gonna run around with the fucking Glock? No, no way. We
Fucking
can't let that happen. Fucking,
Pluto,
it's not
Pluto running around with the
fucking assault rifle shooting shit. Like, no. Like, the fuck? No, we're not gonna let you do that. Or like having like, it's like Mario. Like, you're right, Mario is not in there because probably the same shit. Nintendo's probably like, fuck no, we're not gonna let Mario hold a gun. Are you
Yeah, can you
fucking
imagine?
crazy? Are you fucking nuts? No way, we're not gonna let that happen. Yeah, I could maybe see Link being in the game. Maybe.
Yeah, if he had like a sword or something, but if then him to hold a gun,
Even
I
then, I don't
couldn't
think they
see
would
that.
let it.
Yeah.
I don't see them. Yeah, like they wouldn't let these characters. I think that's why they're not in there because they won't let them hold guns. But everyone else is like, ah, fuck it, we don't care. Let the Halo guy be in here. Let God of War guy be in here. Let all that shit be in here. Like fuck it. But yeah. Anyways, what what
I do
else,
have one
Mel?
more. There's one more listener question, and it's from good old Nipron. He says, "Do you guys think that Sony will ever make a PSP other than the Portal?"
Wait, what'd you say?
Nipron wanted to know if we thought that Sony will ever make a PSP other than the Portal.
Rumor has it that um that they are working on a revised handheld, like a dedicated console, because of the success of the Portal. So that's the rumor right
Yeah.
now. I would
That's kinda
say
where it's going too, right? Like, because
I could see
Microsoft's going
them.
that way. You got the Steam
Yes,
Deck, you got the
yes.
Switch,
Why not bring a PSP back?
or
And you
something
know
like
what?
that.
Honestly, I thought about buying a PSP recently, like going on eBay and buying one mail because of the Portal.
Mhm.
And I just remember fond memories of how well the PSP ran native games on there and how comfortable that device was for what it was. So I've actually thought about buying one off of eBay and like doing a little mod and getting all the games on there and just like,
Mhm.
hey, I got all these games to play now. But like, I'm also thinking like, it's just probably nostalgia in my head. And I probably won't ever play those games when I have the Portal and the Steam Deck and all these newer games to play. Like, you know what I mean? But like, there's some good games on the Portal, and the cool thing is that like the PlayStation Portable or whatever, I mean, yeah, the PSP I meant. Uh, the cool thing about it was that it had dedicated games to it. It wasn't just like oh, I'm playing a game that I could play on my PS5. I'm like, no, you played a game that could only be played on that device. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like they had dedicated games, and that's kind of the cool thing about it too. Like they actually had dedicated games for them. Kind of like the Switch, I guess, but different. Yeah, yeah. I think that they, I think that they might make a comeback with one. I think I could see Sony doing it. Like you said, you, you, you see the success of the Portal and the success of all these handhelds. If they come out with a decently priced one that can like be cheaper than most of these, I think they could do it, and they could do it pretty good too.
Jesus, one right here on eBay, right? It's PSP 1000 portable entertainment pack. It's a black one boxed, $109.
Yeah, they're not expensive, and I kind of
Yeah.
want one of the. I kind of want one that's um like a white one or a gray one. Those are kind of nice. They're usually those were the ones sold in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
There's a white one right underneath this one for 189.
yeah, I'm
There's a
looking at
gray
that one.
one for 120.
I like the white one though. The white one looks fucking nice. This one says region free, new shell, and a charger and a battery. Yeah, and they're kind of cool, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
I like the way they look. Their screen wasn't bad on them. They were kind of pretty decent. They're pretty cool little handhelds for what they were at the time. And like I said, you can buy them pretty like not that expensive for you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they range anywhere from like 100 to like 190. Roughly, they're like 150 usually.
That's cheaper than my collection I've been adding. Getting these old dedicated G1 Transformers over here.
Yeah.
And things are expensive. It's crazy though. They're like 40 years old.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I'm old. like, like I'm getting quite a few of them now. Jesus, I bought a couple more the other day. So,
Those were cool. The ones that you had, the one that I see on that mount, that was a cool.
oh, the jet, yeah. Um, I have a Starscream I got all done up now. He's a lot like it. It's pretty cool. And then I recently got a triple changer. It goes from a tank to a jet to a robot, and his name is Blitzwing. And it still has like every missile and everything that came with it. And it's on the little tree, like they were attached. They call it a tree, I think they call it. So then the missiles are attached to a little rectangular piece. You have to like snap them out, to play with them or whatever. They're still attached to that thing, like they were never used.
Nice.
I know you can't see it in the podcast, but this is it here. Jesus, is pretty cool. This is
Oh, that's fucking cool.
like a sandy colored tank.
Yeah.
Turns into a jet as well.
Those look like what I like about those transformers is like they actually look like when you transform them, they look fucking like elaborate. But when you put them together, that looks like a cool little tank, like an actual little tank,
Yeah,
like
and I have it on display as a tank. But yeah,
that's
they're
what I like
pretty
about
cool.
those. But yeah, you know what, Mel? You got me convinced. I might buy one of these PSPs.
Yeah, it's a piece of history, right?
It is. Yeah, I really
hundred
like I said.
bucks. That's about the price of a game nowadays, right? I mean, you're getting a whole
Yeah.
console.
And I don't know. Like people say, well, why don't you just buy the Vita? Because I don't know, man. Vita, the Vita wasn't as comfortable as the PSP. I don't think. And I want to play PSP games,
There you go.
not Vita
Like you said,
games.
you can probably mod it pretty easy, probably as well.
Yeah, but the Vita did have an OLED screen. That was kind of wild for like back in the day. Like that's
Yeah, it
kind of
is.
crazy. Like it's pretty old, and but it had like an actual OLED screen, I think. But yeah. Um. Yeah, but that's all we have, I guess.
Yeah, see, I think that's it.
That's it. That's all. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what else. What else do we do now? What do we do now? I don't know.
I think it's where we head out. Where do we find you, Jesus?
Find me delivering packages in Death Stranding 2 on the beach. What was the first game called? Just Death Stranding?
I believe so.
So this one's called On the Beach. The first one was just called Death Stranding.
My Steam one is just called Death Stranding.
That's weird that the second one they added On the Beach. What the fuck does that? What are you doing, Hideo? What is going on here, man? And I wonder, like, if they're gonna make a third one of these. You think Hideo's just gonna keep making these games? Like, say, fuck it, fuck. We're going to China now. We're in Asia.
Right.
We made a new portal from Australia to Asia. We are now in China.
North Pole
Woo!
and Death Stranding, Alaska, or something.
Death Stranding, Antarctica. You are in the fucking snow now. You got one location to deliver to, and the game is over. Best game ever. Yeah. I don't know what the fuck else could you, I mean. I guess you could keep going, right? Do the Asia one, and then do a Europe one, and then do an Africa one, and then he's done. That's 3 more games of Death Stranding.
Yeah, I mean look how long it takes them to come out, right? So that would take some time.
I'm gonna be like 60 years old. By the time the last one comes out.
Still with Kojima. I don't know how old he is right now, but
he's gonna be ancient as fuck. Oh shit. Yeah, he'll be old as hell. Hideo Kojima old as fuck. It's all right. He'll figure out a way to upload his conscience into an AI or something.
Right.
So he'll continue making games once he dies. He's like, I'm back. Hideo Kojima is never leaving. I'm in a computer now. Woo! That's what he'll do. He'll upload his brain to a fucking AI or something, and he'll be like, yeah, now I am the game. I'm not just making the games. I'm in it. Yeah. Oh man. Hold
on, I'm trying to find his age.
How old is he? He has to be like 50 something.
61.
Holy shit, he's older than I thought. He's up there. Oh man. We got him for at least another 20 years, hopefully, right? He can make it to 81. What's the average male life expectancy in Japan?
I don't know.
We're going to Google that right now. Average male life. $84 in Japan.
It means he's got 20 years to give us a couple more games.
That's right. Yeah. 23 years now. Give us a few more games here, man.
Give us a game every 5 years, so we'll get 4 more games.
Yeah, that's 4 more Death Strandings. Oh, hell yeah. I'm excited. 4 more. 20 years. Fuck, 20 years is a long time. Oh, man. It seems like a long time, but it really is not a long time.
No.
You think about how, like, long people are on Earth for, and, like, you know, you think, like, oh, like, life is so long, but life is not long at all, man. We are here like if we think of terms of time of history and how long we're here for alive, it's like not even like a fraction of a second of history. Like you're not here for long at all. Like,
right.
Like you're literally a second in the time of history. Like that's what you are. And hopefully, like, some people, you know, some crazy rulers and shit go down in history. Like, them motherfuckers did a lot of crazy shit in their life for them to go down in history like that. You know what I mean? Like, they're either evil as fuck and did a lot of crazy shit, or were like super. They were all evil. Just put it that way. They were all evil in some way. You can't go back in history and look at all this shit that we talk about in history, like all these rulers and crazy ass fucking people that were alive, that were like kings and conquerors of the world and shit. They didn't conquer the world in a nice, peaceful way. Like, they didn't just fucking sing Kumbaya and running around every fucking continent. Hey, yeah, we love you. Just join our people. No, they fucked everybody up. You know what I mean? Like they were murdering thousands and millions and thousands of people and commanding armies and shit. Them motherfuckers were not nice people. None of them were. None of them, man. None of them.
Nope.
Why is it always the bad people that go down in history? How can we have good
Yeah,
people go down
I guess
in
that's one way to
history?
get remembered, right? People will say, "What do you want to do to leave a legacy?" I guess be a bad guy. I guess.
Be a really bad person and you leave a crazy legacy for the rest of
Yeah.
history because
Everybody, everybody knows the Dahmers and everything else, right?
yeah, like you just gotta be really, really bad to be like really remembered, I guess.
I
Yeah.
guess.
The good guys don't get remembered. Name a good guy that's been in history, man.
I don't know. I'd have to say like Einstein, maybe like Edison, maybe
Was he
some
a good guy?
inventors.
That
I don't know.
motherfucker created the nuke.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, was that a good thing, man? Was that a good thing we have nukes now?
but what
I
did he
don't
create
know.
it for? Like,
I don't know, to blow shit up. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it was for peace. Maybe it was. Maybe he's like I want to make something so powerful that can kill so many people that like no one will ever use it. You thought
right?
wrong. You thought wrong, buddy. Shit that got used. You know what I mean? Like it's like, yeah, this thing is so bad. I'm gonna make something so evil, Mayo, that no one would ever dare use this against anyone. And fuck no, someone will use it eventually.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's like I guarantee that's what they were thinking. Like, oh man, this is so crazy. No one would ever use this against people. This is nuts. Why would anyone ever use this against anyone? No, man. Eventually, someone would find a fucking reason to. Oh yeah, we should use this crazy ass weapon on people. Yeah, like no, man, like, that's crazy. Yeah, fuck that. That's crazy, man. Got me thinking, man.
Crazy
That
talk.
shit's no. Yeah. Anyways, we're out
All
of
right.
here.
All right, you can find me on Discord, Steam, on my Xbox, PlayStation. I'm not sure what I'll be playing. Kind of want to play some Death Stranding now, the first one. Like fire that up on the PC. I don't know.
Play it too, man.
Whatever I get myself comfortable with my shoulder and getting some time in playing, I'll try and do. But
Why don't you play with the? You got a dual shock or dual?
yeah, I have controllers and it's getting easier with controllers now. But usually I have like my
hook that
brace on and
shit
stuff.
up. Hook that shit up to the PC. Get some Death Stranding going.
Yeah, I mean it's a matter when I have the brace on or not. Like when I have that on, it like keeps my arm in like an outward angle, and so I have to like reach diagonally across my body. It's kind of uncomfortable to play, but
throw on a good playlist.
Yeah, as long as I can prop up my arm well with a good armrest and something like that, I'm okay though. So after a while, I start getting sore, but like when I'm icing it and stuff like that, I can be playing. So
you feeling better though? You still in pain?
Yeah. The only time it really hurts is when physical therapy days. Like I had physical therapy today.
Oh, and they force you right to like move your arm and shit.
Yeah, so it's just all range of motion, right? They're not having me doing any kind of weights or nothing because there's no strength in it. Yeah. But just the range of motion, right? I just give him my arm and he like just bends it over and over.
Oh,
and it's like it's just like I can describe it as like a wrestling move, right? And he's trying to get me to tap out, and that's all he does repeatedly for like an hour straight. Like he just has my arm and he's like,
I wonder how that guy feels about his job. Like he's like, I'm gonna go to work today and I'm gonna torture the fuck out of these injured people.
Right.
I'm gonna grab this fucking guy's arm and twist it around, even though he just had like some fucking intensive surgery on it, reattaching his muscles and tendons. I'm gonna fucking grab his arm and twist that shit around like I'm arresting him.
That's what they're doing. They're like
stop
moving
resisting.
Weird ways, man. And he'll like. There's this thing I just have to lay my back on a table, and he takes my arm and I have it loose, and he like reaches it like up and down and like above my head kind of thing.
You ever told him, like, yo, bro, that hurts too much?
Yeah, well, he usually knows. Like he can feel it, like, or I'll kind of resist a little bit, like he can kind of feel. But
that sounds painful, man.
The more he stretches it, the more mobility I have down the road, So I just kind of let him do it, and then I get iced down on their machine they have there, and go home and I'm sore for the rest of the day.
They stick you in like one of those ice tubs?
No, it's like a machine. In the back, it has a little door. They put like ice in it. It's like snow almost, like, and it has water in it, and it has a cooler, I'm assuming, and there's a whole like tube that comes out of it and attaches to this like for me it's a shoulder thing that goes over my shoulder and it velcros around you, and it has um like when they check your blood pressure, you know, like a cup, it expands and it can try, goes against you, and then it runs like cold water through it somehow, and my whole arm is just freezing by the end of the time it's done. It's like it's so cold, but it feels really good. So it's like
Do
it
you
kind of it helps the swelling.
do you ice it at home?
Yes, I was icing it during the show here off and on. Like I pulled it's
Oh yeah.
warm, but yeah, I do ice it during the day because it kind of starts to swell up through the day and it starts getting sore. But
Do you like did it tell you like at home like move your arm around every once in a while?
yeah, I have to do the same exercises at home when I'm not going to physical therapy. So my physical therapy is a couple days a
Yeah.
week,
Yeah.
and then I'm
Tell
doing it on
Katana
my off days.
tell Katana it's her fault that you're like this. It's her
Yeah,
fault.
yeah. I remember you
That
saying she pulled me
motherfucker.
down a hill. That quite
Yeah.
wasn't the case, but that's
Oh. I
that's
thought that's
how
what
I.
happened. You fell down the
Well,
hill or whatever. Dog pulled you
well,
down the hill.
I heard it rock climbing initially, and then it was starting to feel
Ah.
better. They gave me a cortisone shot, and it was starting to feel better, but it didn't feel quite right. And then one morning before work, I was walking her and it just rained and there was like a downhill slope and she seen a rabbit and pulled real hard. And since the grass was wet, I slipped and fell on my back and it kind of just agitated it even more. And so then I went back and had it re-looked at again. And then that's when they figured out I had torn my rotator cuff completely.
Oh
So
man. So did
it
that
was from the
happen?
rock climbing.
So the rotator it got torn during the rock climbing.
Yeah, yeah, that's when it tore.
Oh, okay. I thought the
It
dog
just
tore it.
really
God damn.
agitated it when I fell on it with her.
Oh, so you were yeah, okay, I get it. So you had it already torn, you just didn't. Okay,
Yeah.
I follow. Oh man, what the fuck you do? What are you doing rock climbing, man? What the fuck?
I know, right? I went with
What
my
are you,
son because he was getting into it. Like he had a membership at a indoor rock climbing place,
huh?
and he was begging me for like 6 months to go with him. I finally broke down, and I'm like, all right, I'll go. And you get there and you sign a waiver. You're like, oh, if you ever get hurt here, it's on you. I'm like, I'm
Your
like, I'm gonna
rotator
die.
cuff. If you tell your rotator cuff, don't sue
Yeah,
us.
yep, pretty much.
uh,
And the funny thing is, see, I did it right, and it was pretty early in us climbing. I
yeah.
just continued to climb with him. I'm like, all right, he's been asking, I'm like, oh, this kind of hurts, but
Fuck.
oh well, I'm just gonna keep climbing, So I kept climbing
Uh,
for the rest of the time we were there, and then
uh,
finally kind of slowed down, and then I'm like, yeah, I think I'm done.
how do you get down? You just lay you down, right?
Well, yeah,
Like
you rappel down,
okay.
so um, so we were doing the ones that weren't like really high up. They're just like planned like routes you have to take.
Yeah.
So I didn't realize, like in rock climbing, they have a bunch of them across the wall, and they're all different colors, and you got to stick to the ones that are the same color. And you have a
Oh.
starting spot and an ending spot. So you may see all the different colors, but you can only go on and they have different degrees of difficulty, like beginner and intermediate. And so you can try these different ones that are more advanced and stuff like that. And you just try to push yourself to do better ones and figure it out. It's kind of like a puzzle, almost like you're trying to figure out how you can get a hold of these holds and pull yourself up and work your way through it so you can get all the way to the top. And then they had the
Hmm.
big tall ones that, like they had those as well, but these weren't as tall. Like these were more kind of like bouldering type things where you kind of leaning back and you're only going up so high. But
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, that's how I did it.
Damn, man. Yeah.
Yeah, it gives me
Rest,
the summer off.
rest in peace, Mayo's shoulder.
Right?
That's your driving arm too, isn't it? Your left
No,
side.
I'm right-handed. It was my left side, so
Alright. I
yeah.
usually, well, I'm right-handed, but I usually always drive with my left hand.
Oh, really?
It's
Yeah,
really
and
weird.
it's kind of yeah. I've been around a little bit driving every once in a while. Like I'll try and drive something, but like it's not easy trying to drive one-handed with a brace on. So
Yeah. Yeah. And at work, is your forklift right-handed or left-handed? For right-handed.
right-handed. You
So
got
you
to
drive
use
it.
your left hand for the
to-
up and the down. Wait
What?
a minute, I take
Really?
it back. No, I take it back. So the steering, I had to think
It's
about this for a second,
left-handed. Yeah.
is left-handed, and the up and down is the right-handed. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. I was about to say, well, that's wild. You had a
Yeah, it's
left-handed
backwards.
forklift.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no. It's yeah. The steering is left-handed. So
Yeah, so
And that was probably some wear and tear on that as well, right? So, like, some
yeah,
of the job I was doing,
you're rotating your arm
and
around.
and then when I was on night shift, I used to do a thing called furniture, and we had, like, these big, heavy displays and stuff I'd have to lift up, and I was lifting those up above my head and above my shoulder sometimes on a really tall pallet, and they're really long. So they're like 4 or 5 foot long box, and you're lifting it above your head, and, 50 or 60-pound box, it's that long, doing that all night long, so I'm sure probably, like, wore it down a little bit too, and so they were probably a little weak because of that anyways. But anyway, yeah, it's
Sucks.
coming along. It's coming along.
That sucks, man. At least you're okay now.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully just get some
You-
strength back in it now. That's the big thing.
Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't tear again. What happens if it tears again? They just stick another screw in your body?
Probably another surgery, probably, yeah. They
They
told
like
me
what
they
if
had to, I think they did 4 screws, and
ugh,
then they have to, like, reattach it to the bone, and then they
ugh,
shaved part of my collarbone away so it wouldn't rub, and then I guess they had to cut my bicep in a spot.
ugh.
I'm assuming to, make that tendon stretch again. They had to, like, relieve the other end of it a little bit, so they cut your bicep some, and so
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
do you have
he
a
said I did have some tears in my bicep already, so
ugh. Did you it's like you have like a scar on your chest or your back or some shit?
It's all on my shoulder. I have, like, so they did, like, it was microscopic, right? So I have, like, 5 spots where they went in. So they're probably the scars are probably a quarter inch long, maybe?
Wow that they do that. That's crazy as fuck to take
Yeah,
that
it's pretty
out.
wild.
Yeah, my brother actually, unfortunately, my brother texted me the other day that he had a heart attack, so they had to put a stent in his heart. And yeah, he said they just go through your arm.
Yeah, isn't it crazy?
He's like, yeah, he's like, they just go through your vein in your arm and like go all the way to your heart. I'm like, how the fuck?
I know, it's wild what they
That's
can do with
so
science.
wild that they could do with like technology nowadays. It's so fucking crazy. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, he's like, they just go through your arm and they shove that fucker in there with the camera or something and then just follow it all the way to your heart. Like, that is fucking crazy, dude. Yeah. He's doing better though too, so
Good.
hopefully good recovery for him, good recovery for you, Mayo. Shout out to all of you people listening. Good recoveries to you. I know Nico hit me up the other day talking about he's been dealing with some shit. I don't know what he's been dealing with. But yeah.
Mhm.
And shout out to Nico. Shout out to CeeLo. I know he's in the group.
Yes, seen that.
Saying
Switch
he's
2,
got a
right?
switch too, yeah. Fuck man. I know CeeLo for like ever now. For like ever, man. Like fuck, since like
You gotta teach
2011.
him that Discord stuff, Jesus. He said it's confusing.
Since like 2011, 2012, I've known that dude forever. Him and his sister Carla, they've always kind of been part of the communities that I've been part of. Like they were part of this Xbox Live. They've been part of our community, and they kind of comment. He's come and gone. Like he was gone for a little bit, then he came back, then came back, and then he left, and he came back. Now he's back. I don't know. I was like, he has like these gaming stints where he like comes back, and then he's like tired of gaming.
Mhm.
Or whenever then leaves. I don't know. Maybe he just never leaves and he's always there. I don't know. But yeah.
Yeah. And
And
just one
yeah,
more thing, I guess
Gunny,
we gotta find Gunny. Yeah, go find Gunny over there. Where is
California.
Gunny hide nowadays? Over in California for sure, but, he's probably still playing Xbox and PC. He's kinda bouncing around a little bit. He's
Yes.
playing his PS5, so
PS5, yeah, he's been playing Death Stranding. I did see him online the other day playing Death Stranding. You know what's weird about PlayStation is that like it shows people's real names, and I kind of like I don't know if I like that. It's kind of odd, like just seeing people's real names. It's like it's much easier to see gamer tags.
yeah, for sure.
People's real names kind of throws me off. Like I'm like, what the fuck? Who's this guy? Who
Right?
the fuck is this Himley guy? What the fuck is this guy
Right.
doing? But then I look at this, that's Gunny. I'm like, oh, that's Gunny. I'm like, oh, okay. But yeah, find him doing that. I don't know what else he's playing on PS5. He was talking about something Spider-Man maybe. I don't know what he was
Yeah.
gonna get.
I know we were giving him suggestions. I guess next week. Tune in next week, right? We're gonna find out what Gunny's been playing.
Yeah, find out what Gunny's been playing, and yeah, have a fun Fourth of July, man.
I know
Yeah,
already. Wow.
Fourth of July. Hope you have a good one. Hope you have a safe one. I know that I won't be doing much for 4th of July, but it's every year people blow their hands off.
I was gonna say I'm not blowing fingers off this year. I've already been through one surgery. I have met my deductible for the year, but,
try
but
to try not blow your fingers up. Oh
I'll try
man,
to keep them.
yeah. I'm not gonna be setting off fireworks. I might watch them, but I ain't setting them off.
Yeah,
Fuck that.
my sister from out of town, she's having a big party. So I guess they set a couple $1,000s worth of fireworks off every year. So I'm gonna go out there. I think.
Damn, they got the
But
big
then
ones that
Columbus,
go up
yeah,
in the
but
sky.
Columbus, I heard them say on the radio this year, like we have a thing called Red, White, and Boom. It's a really big show, right? Of course, every city has their own big show, right?
Yeah.
But they are doing they said this year for the first time they're doing a drone show before as
Oh.
well. So we'll have a drone show and then the fireworks show. So
The
debate
drones are pretty cool, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
I've never seen one in live, so I might well go see that.
Yeah, the drone shows that I've watched, I think the last one was at the Air Show last year. That show is pretty cool. Like it's kind of crazy how
Yeah,
like
I've seen it on what was it,
coordinated.
like America's Got Talent. They had that one. Like
Yeah,
I've
they're
seen
pretty
some videos
dope.
of it. Yeah, it's pretty cool how they give them to light up and move in unison and stuff. So
It's kind
probably
of
try and
wild.
check that out. Yeah.
Oh yeah, man, have fun. I'm gonna have fun. Hopefully, everyone else has fun on 4th of July.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll catch you on the next edition of the Horrible Gamers podcast. I sincerely apologize for last week's audio.
Oh yeah,
It
we were a
was
mess last
really
week.
bad. It was a mess. And then even like after you left, we were still choppy here and there, and then I'm cutting out quite a bit. And even like I had people message me like, "What the fuck's up with this fucking podcast, man? Like, you fucking hobos." I'm like, "Oh shit, oh man." So yeah, I know it was pretty bad, but I still released it because I was like, we recorded all this time, like, might as well release this shit, dude. Like, we might as well do it, you know? So yeah, this one hopefully is way better. I hope.
Oh yeah, gotta be.
Just because Gunny's not here with his hobo ass. That's what it was. It was Gunny the whole time. We thought it was you, Mayo. It wasn't you, Mayo. It was Gunny over there.
Okay, that's what it was. Yeah, my internet's been
Fucking,
good all night tonight.
fucking hobo ass Gunny fucking us up. That goddamn California internet fucking us up over here. God. Anyways, we're out of here. Peace out, Brussels sprouts. We'll catch you on the next edition of the Horrible Gamers podcast. Bye.
See ya.